Chapter 677. Courting Death. When Fong Ping was about to cross the Rank 7 and Rank 8 battleground, some of the catacombs powerhouses could not wait any longer. A Rank 7 or 8 good-for-nothing. A Rank 7 martial artist was actually so arrogant. Kill them. Behind him, 2 Rank 8s and 2 Rank 7s from the Chen family. In addition to Old Wang, Old Yao, and Tai Tu, 7 people attacked at the same time. The catacombs Rank 7 and Rank 8 martial artists were all martial artists from the 18 southern territories. Their numbers were actually less than Sino nations. Almost all the Chinese martial artists who participated in the war had a divine weapon. After a few hours of fighting, the number of Rank 7 and 8 powerhouses dwindled. With the sudden appearance of so many powerhouses, those people were stopped before they could even get close to Fong Ping. Fong Ping was arrogant and rampant. He laughed and said, "A bunch of trash. Aren't they all waiting to kill me? I'm coming, kill me. Bastard." At this moment, the few Rank 9s who were chasing after Old Man Li were still far away. They had not arrived yet. Tianmu and the others were nearby. Previously, Tianmu's team was 10 against 13. 2 of them were lured away by Old Man Li. Now it was 10 against 11. Even until now, no Rank 9 had fallen. When it came to this number of Rank 9 powerhouses, even if they were temporarily at a disadvantage, they would not die so easily. At this time, on Tianmu's side, several Rank 9 powerhouses were ready to make a move. Fong Ping was standing 1,000 meters away. He sneered, "A bunch of trash. Come here. You. I think I've seen you before. You also went to the king battlefield last time, right? A grandson died or something? I killed him. You should thank me. I didn't torture him. I chopped off his head with half a blade. I've never been to the 18 southern territories. You city masters and demons probably don't know who I am. Those who know of me, Fong Ping, would avoid me. I've annihilated a whole bunch of royal city. I've even killed a few descendants of that old brat, King Huai. I just went to the 17th Southern Territory and killed that old bastard, Feng Jiuqing. I've never liked him." Fong Ping mocked without restraint, shouting loudly, "Who dares to kill me? I have 9 true King Realm experts protecting me. I am a true King Realm expert. If you can't kill me, wait until I reach the peak and kill all of you." Bastard. Damn it. The 11 Rank 9s nearby were enraged. However, these people were currently entangled. The 11 of them were no match for Tianmu's group. Although Tianmu's group only had 10 people, many of them had 9th-grade divine weapons. How could they leave? Fong Ping laughed maniacally. At one point, he was only 500 meters away from them. He taunted loudly, "I'm right here. I'm so close to you. Can you kill me?" The catacombs powerhouses were burning with rage. Tianmu and the others were also trying their best to hold them back. They knew what Fong Ping was going to do. Even when Fong Ping said that he was the reincarnation of a paragon, they all knew Fong Ping's motive. It was not to provoke these Rank 9s, but to do it for King Huai. Sure enough, the next moment, King Huai's voice rang out, shouting, "Kill him! City Lords Qing Ning and Bai He, kill him!" As soon as he finished speaking, the 2 powerhouses on Nan Yunyue's side roared, forcefully breaking free from the entanglement and charging towards Fong Ping. As for Tianmu and the others, it was obvious that they had no other way. Fong Ping did not continue to linger here. He quickly fled to the side, laughing loudly. "Just 2 pieces of trash?" As soon as he finished speaking, he shouted, "Senior Yaozu, kill them!" In the blink of an eye, Chen Yaozu broke through the air and appeared, blocking the 2 Rank 9s who were chasing after him. Fong Ping continued as if he had entered an uninhabited place. He laughed loudly and said, "King Huai, you and I are of the same rank. It's not a disgrace for me to scold you. Maybe thousands of years ago, I even fought with your ancestors. Today, here and now, if you can kill me, then I'll consider you powerful. If you can't, wait until I recover my realm, then I'll kill you." Arrogant. King Huai was furious. As for Fong Ping saying that he was the reincarnation of a paragon, he believed it. He really believed it. This martial artist who was resurrected had too many tricks and he was extremely hateful. Not to mention other things, just this courage alone. King Huai felt that if it was not the resurrection of a martial artist of the same rank, no one would dare to say such provocative words. Mu Yun, City Lord's Ju Mo kill. Why you come back quickly? Leave 3 people to kill Li Chongqing. At this moment, King Huai was also extremely cold. He wanted to kill this guy, not only because he hated Fong Ping, but more importantly, this guy was the resurrection of a true king. If there was one more true king in the land of rebirth, then it would be a bigger problem. While he was still weak, this was the best time to kill him. Nan Yunyue and the others were originally fighting 14 rank 9s. 2 people left before, and now 2 people left the battle by force. Although it was by force, Nan Yunyue and the others were kind of going easy on them. There were only 6 of them. Fighting 14 rank 9s was actually very stressful. Nan Yunyue was reluctant to break through, because even if she broke through, it would be very difficult to turn the situation around. But now, for people were gone all of a sudden, Nan Yunyue's eyes flickered. Amazing! These 2 guys, Li Chongqing and Fong Ping, held back so many rank 9s all at once. 10 people, when they broke through later, if they killed 5 people, with the strength of Zhang Weiyu and the others, they were all the kind of people who could fight 1 against 2. 5 against 5, they could only kill quickly and turn the whole situation around. However, there were 2 more rank 9s attacking Fong Ping. How was Fong Ping going to deal with them? Fong Ping was calm and composed. He smiled and said, Senior Chen 7, Minister Xie Yifan, it's time to make a move. Following Fong Ping's words, the Chen family's old lady and a girl who looked very young also leaped into the air, blocking the 2 people in an instant. Xie Yifan, the rank 9 powerhouse who went overseas to provide support previously, rushed over at the same time Fong Ping and the others entered. Needless to say, this was also Sino Nation's good fortune. Fong Ping laughed and said, Is that it? Then I won't hold back. Kill! Fong Ping roared and suddenly rushed into the rank 7 powerhouse's battle area. The rank 7 martial artist who was fighting with Lu Fengru was just about to counterattack when the golden light on Fong Ping's body pierced him until he bled from all 7 orifices. Fong Ping slashed with his saber. There was an explosive rumble. A middle-stage rank 7 martial artist was killed in the blink of an eye without any ability to fight back. Of course, Lu Fengru had also risked her life to keep the other party occupied. Fong Ping did not greet Lu Fengru. He continued laughing and said, This is boring. Is that it? I've killed too many useless people like this. I don't feel anything when I kill them. Fong Ping, don't be arrogant. At this moment, Ji Yao rode a golden phoenix and rushed over from afar. Fong Ping glanced at her and sneered. Ji Yao, you're also useless. You dare to provoke me again and again. I'll fulfill your wish and send you to the next world. I'd like to see, after I kill you, whether your father will look for me or the incompetent King Huai to settle the score. As soon as he said this, Imperial Sea Mountain and King Huai's faces turned green. Ji Yao could die. She couldn't die here, right under his nose. This battle was the war of the 18 southern regions. He had borrowed the power of the Monster Life Royal Court. Ji Yao was here to supervise the battle because the Monster Life Royal Court felt that he could win and there was no danger. If Ji Yao died here, then there would be big trouble. Although Ji Yao was strong and the golden phoenix she rode was also strong, they might not be Fong Ping's match. At this moment, King Huai's mentality probed the area where Nan Yunyue and the others were. He was slightly hesitant. These were the land of Rebirth's top god generals. Nan Yunyue, in particular, had even vaguely felt that something was wrong. Unfortunately, he was interrupted by Zhang Tao. Now, 10 people against 6 people, they were completely suppressed. If 1 or 2 people left, then it would be dangerous. However, his immortal generals were still on their way back. It would take them some time to get there. Should he wait? Wait until the god generals arrived. He did not really want to transfer manpower, even if Fong Ping kept provoking him. It only needed a little time, and the 3 god generals under his command would arrive. Before King Huai could speak, Fong Ping roared and broke through the air. A Changdao materialized in the void. It was no longer a rank 7 Changdao, but a rank 8 Changdao. How dare you provoke me? 10,000 teachers Fong Ping slash. Fong Ping let out a roar. The glaring golden light in the void made everyone aghast. How much imperishable substance was this? Ji Yao, who had just rushed over on the golden phoenix, had a drastic change in expression. The phoenix she was riding was the one in the land of kings that day. Although it had golden bones, it was not a true rank 8. It was the same as Fong Ping. But at this time, Fong Ping slashed with his saber. The void exploded. The powerful saber force was not much weaker than a rank 8 powerhouse's attack. Of course, this was referring to those who had just entered rank 8. Old Yao! At this time, Fong Ping suddenly roared. Not far away, Yao Qingjun also roared. A crystal halo broke through the air and rushed toward the phoenix. Clang, clang, a frantic cry rang out. Even though the golden phoenix did not know what the crystal hoop was, it truly felt an incomparably great threat at this moment. Thus, it began to cry out frantically. Phoenix Sparrow! Seeing this, Jiao also shouted, a little frightened. What was wrong with the Phoenix Sparrow? Although the Phoenix Sparrow had not reached rank 8, it was rank 7 in the Land of Kings. Now it had reached upper stage rank 7 and had forged the imperishable bones. Monsters were strong. Even a rank 8 powerhouse might not be able to take down the Phoenix Sparrow easily. But now, the Phoenix Sparrow was chirping urgently. It wanted to leave. The Phoenix monster was anxious, but Fong Ping breathed a sigh of relief. It was really useful. He had felt it at the outskirts of the Land of Kings. It seemed like this thing was really targeting monsters. This did not stop him from attacking. At this time, Fong Ping's Changdao had already landed. The saber force was shocking. Initially, Ji Yao was not afraid. She had joined forces with the Phoenix Sparrow. She had her own killer move. Fong Ping's explosive power was strong, so she was not afraid. But now, the Phoenix Sparrow was looking at the crystal halo in fear. She actually had the urge to escape. But Fong Ping's saber force had already landed. Damn it! Ji Yao was furious. She was so angry that she wanted to vomit blood. She had always wanted to kill Fong Ping. But who knew that when she met Fong Ping, there would be such a big change? Die! Fong Ping roared again. The saber force increased by 30%. A fierce look flashed in Ji Yao's eyes. Just as she was about to escape, Fong Ping shouted quickly, "Useless! Princess Ji Yao, without your father, you are not even as good as Feng Miexing and Huai Muqing. Go to hell!" Just as Ji Yao was about to escape, her body suddenly shone with golden light. A long sword appeared in front of her in the blink of an eye, slashing toward Fong Ping's saber. Rumble! A loud sound rang out, and a huge pit instantly appeared on the ground. Ji Yao's face paled. Fong Ping also took a step back. But at this moment, Fong Ping's eyes were bright. He roared, "I will kill you today. You dared to keep the divine weapon in the Sanjiao Gate. I will kill your father too." Rank 9. This woman had changed her divine weapon. A rank 9 divine weapon. Not only was it a rank 9 divine weapon, but this woman's body also contained a large amount of imperishable substance and life essence. This was a treasure trove. Kill her. Fong Ping did not say anything. He charged over quickly. At this time, the crystal halo was also quickly enveloping the golden phoenix. Clang, clang. The phoenix monster cried out again. This time, it did not care about Ji Yao's orders anymore. It turned around and flew toward the back of the catacombs. Phoenix Sparrow. Ji Yao was helpless. But now that Phoenix Sparrow wanted to escape, there was nothing she could do. Behind her, the Changdao in Fong Ping's hand exploded with golden rays. He roared, "Bitch, don't run. A piece of trash like you dares to say that you want to kill me in the battlefield? Who do you think you are?" That day in the battlefield, if you did not kneel and beg for mercy, take off your clothes and serve me, I would not have let you go. I let you go once. How dare you come back to die? Fong Ping. Ji Yao's sharp scream pierced the eardrums. In the next moment, she roared, "God General's Kuei Bao!" and Dragon Shung. Kill him. Your Highness. The two rank 9 powerhouses who were fighting Nan Yunyue and the others were hesitant. Bastard, I want you to kill him. Ji Yao was furious. She was the princess of Destiny Royal Court. Her grandfather was the most powerful true king in Destiny Royal Court. Not only was her father the lord of the royal court, but he was also about to enter the true king realm. The Outland City Lords and Monster Life clan were under the jurisdiction of the royal court. She was here, so she was the master of Monster Life clan. Even King Huai did not have a higher position in Monster Life clan than her. But now, these two were hesitating. Huh? What a joke. Ji Yao, what great authority you have. You think you're the master? You're just a fart. You think rank 9s are dogs that you raise, that you can come and go as you please? Look, your father and grandfather are not here. Who do you think you are? Last time, you offered yourself to sleep with me and took off your clothes to serve me. I only took a fancy to your identity. Do you really think you have something? Ha! Kill him. Ji Yao's voice was cold. She roared, Lord Huai King, does Destiny Royal Court no longer belong to Destiny Royal Court? Dragon Shung, God Generals, are you going to betray the Royal Court? Ji Yao was really angry this time. She was driven mad by Fong Ping. She was also driven mad by the hesitation of the two city lords. The Outland City Lords actually no longer obeyed the orders of the Royal Court. Years of independence had made these people forget that all their authority came from the support of the Royal Court. Without the support of the Royal Court, there were many God Generals in the restricted area. How could it be their turn to be the king of this outland? Following Ji Yao's roar, King Huai saw that the last two Monster Life lineage city lords were wavering. He sighed softly in his heart. Forget it. It was not a good time to fall out with Ji Yao now. The 18 southern territories still needed the support of Destiny Royal Court. Go! Following King Huai's words, the two city lords no longer hesitated. In an instant, they broke away from the battle and charged toward Fong Ping. Nan Yunyue and the others were stunned. In just a short while 6 were gone, there were 14 just now. In the blink of an eye, there were 8. How powerful were the 6 of them? 6 of them were practically suppressing the 8 rank 9s on the other side. Chief Nan. In the crowd, Wu Chuan growled, frowning. He could not wait any longer. 2 rank 9s had gone to kill Fong Ping. Fong Ping had no more trump cards now. The appearance of Qin Yaozu, Qin Qi, and Xie Yifan was an accident. However, these 3 people had entangled 4 rank 9s and had reached their limit. If he still did not make a move, Fong Ping would really be in danger. As soon as Fong Ping came in, he lured away 6 rank 9s. Although it was related to Qin Yaozu and the others, if not for Fong Ping's repeated provocations, the last 2 rank 9s would definitely not have left. Not just here. In the distance, there were still 3 rank 9s charging toward this side aggressively. 9 rank 9s were here to kill Fong Ping. At this moment, Fong Ping was chasing after Ji Yao while laughing loudly. Just 2 rank 9s? Too little. Not enough. Far from enough. Want to kill me with just these few people? Wishful thinking. Courting death. The 2 rank 9s behind him chased quickly. Fong Ping was not too far away from them. A rank 9 speed was extremely fast. In the blink of an eye, the distance between them had shortened to within 2,000 meters. Within 1,000 meters, the 2 rank 9s could bombard Fong Ping from a distance, stop him, and kill him. Fong Ping observed for a while. These 2 were still too close to Nan Yunyue and the others. He gritted his teeth. Wait a little longer. Before coming in, he had already planned it out. He would lure a few rank 9s to chase after him. This time, he would directly unleash old Zhang's avatar and kill one. As for how many Nan Yunyue could kill, Fong Ping also wanted to see how strong a paragon was. Lure these people a little further away, a little further. When that time came, they would not have time to return to help those people. Not far away, Qin Yaozu was also rushing toward this side quickly. As for the 2 rank 9s behind him, they were also chasing after him. According to the previous arrangement, he had to follow Fong Ping. Fong Ping unleashed old Zhang's mentality avatar. He still had to find someone to finish him off, in case the rank 9 did not die. With Chun Yaozu's ability, finishing him off was the most suitable. At this moment, there were 2 rank 9s behind Fong Ping. There were 2 rank 9s behind Chun Yaozu. Fong Ping and Chun Yaozu began to converge. The 4 rank 9s were also almost gathered together. In front, not only was Ji Yao there, but there were also 3 rank 9s who had rushed back. Chun Yaozu could not help but look at Fong Ping. Enough! He could not delay any longer. If he delayed any longer, 7 rank 9s would converge. No matter how powerful a martial king was, his mentality avatar would not be able to kill 7 rank 9s. When that time came, he and Fong Ping would be finished. It's about time. At this moment, Fong Ping also felt threatened. The few rank 9 powerhouses behind him were all attacking him through the air. The vibration of energy shook Fong Ping's golden back until it began to crack. In front, Ji Yao also saw Hu Lei and the few god generals returning. Overjoyed, she turned her head and shouted, "Fong Ping, your time of death has come. 7 rank 9 god generals." Although the other party also had a god general on their side, and he looked quite strong. But 1 against 7, and he still could not kill them? Fong Ping was not Li Chongqing. His speed was considered fast compared to a rank 7, but it was far from those rank 9s. He could not run away. My time of death. Fong Ping laughed wildly, saying, "Ji Yao, you will never understand how strong your grandpa Fong is." After saying that, Fong Ping shouted, "Recover my true form, ultimate strike." The place was silent. A few rank 9 martial artists even thought that this guy was out of his mind. He was so savage that he had forgotten himself. They actually knew some of the special martial artists in the land of rebirth. But a rank 7, wanting to recover his past life strength in an instant, would anyone believe it? At this moment, the crystal book on Fong Ping's body broke instantly. Buzz! The sound of the void trembling was heard. In the blink of an eye, a phantom that looked similar to Zhang Tao materialized, chuckling. 1 trillion. Before everyone understood what it meant, Zhang Tao punched out. This punch did not cover the 4 rank 9s, but 2 of them. The 2 of them roared in terror. Without saying a word, they fled frantically in all directions. The remaining 2 people were also terrified. True King's avatar. "Run! Don't! Block it together!" Some of them shouted, wanting to block it together. For rank 9s might not be able to block it. But at this time, everyone cared about themselves. No one was willing to do this. Moreover, Zhang Tao's avatar was extremely cunning. He only covered 2 of them. The remaining 2 were not within his attack range. Should they block it together or run? 4 of them might not be able to block it. But if they did not block it, the other 2 could definitely escape. Hence, the moment Zhang Tao's avatar appeared, the 2 rank 9s who were not covered fled extremely quickly, disappearing in the blink of an eye. The remaining 2 were terrified. Zhang Tao's giant fist blasted out. A crack appeared in the void. It was much more powerful than Old Man Li's full-force sword. "No!" The 2 of them screamed in terror. Fong Ping gulped. So powerful. As for Ji Yao, who was in front, she was like a frightened rabbit, running faster than anyone else. A martial king's avatar. Fong Ping actually had a martial king's avatar. Even for her grandfather, the Life King, did not give her this. The Life King would not sacrifice his combat strength for a descendant. Fong Ping did not care about her. At this moment, he remembered the 1 trillion just now and curled his lips slightly. How short-sighted. I was going to sell the cultivation method to you for 10 trillion. You still owe me 9 trillion. Mount Imperial Sea. King Huai looked at Zhang Tao and sneered. He was happy to see this. Even if the 2 rank 9s were really dead, it would consume a part of the martial king's strength. It was worth it. Zhang Tao was calm and composed, chuckling. It's only 3 to 5 years. Even if I cut 10 more, killing you is also a matter of a punch. Is that so? King Huai sneered. 3 to 5 years. I'm afraid you don't have that much time. Then let's wait and see. Zhang Tao sneered. King Huai said indifferently, "It's still hard to escape death, hard to escape defeat. So what if he killed 2 rank 9s? There were 32 rank 9 powerhouses in the field. 2 dead was really nothing. At this moment, Li Chongqing roared from afar, "Break through the air!" Slash! This roar was heard. Similarly, an incomparably huge golden suppress word appeared. One of the rank 9 powerhouses was suppressed until he could not move at all. The other 2 also had difficulty moving. Li Chongqing's hair and beard were all white. His long sword slashed through the air, laughing wildly. "Trash indeed. 6 trash can't even kill a rank 8 like me. Ha, really trash. Fong Ping, let's kill all of them today." Old Man Li let out a wild roar. When he was done, the longevity sword had already broken through the air, slashing the rank 9 powerhouse who was completely suppressed. Bang! A deafening bang was heard. The rank 9 who was trapped was sliced into pieces almost instantly, unable to resist at all. The aftermath even cut the 2 rank 9s beside him until they were bathed in blood. "Ha! Another rank 9 trash." After saying that, Old Man Li swallowed the last bit of imperishable substance without another word, fleeing madly toward Fong Ping. The demonstration was over. It was time to run. If he did not run now, he would die. If Fong Ping still did not come, he would be finished without anyone killing him. If all his imperishable substance and life essence were exhausted, he would not be able to run back to Wuhan City. Old Man Li had just killed a rank 9. Zhang Tao's giant fist landed at the same time. Kacha! The void seemed to be shattered. The power was even stronger than Old Man Li's sky-breaking sword. King Huai! The 2 rank 9s roared in horror. What they did not know was that King Huai felt that it was more worthwhile to exchange the lives of 2 foreign rank 9s for Zhang Tao's mentality avatar. That was why King Huai did not care at all. On the other hand, on Li Chongqing's side, a gloomy look flashed across King Huai's eyes. Another one was killed. Although it was related to Heavenly King Subduer's mentality avatar, Heavenly King Subduer was a powerhouse who walked 2 paths. This avatar was not as powerful as Zhang Tao's. For Heavenly King Subduer, the consumption was not considered big. Replenishing it would only take 3 to 5 months. This was not worthwhile. 3 to 5 months? Who would dare to kill Heavenly King Subduer in these 3 to 5 months? While he was still thinking, there was a loud bang, and a black hole appeared in the void. 2 rank 9 powerhouses were killed directly. Fong Ping was dumbstruck. How powerful! Too powerful! He thought that he still needed to finish off the 2 rank 9s. He did not expect them to be killed directly. No, they were blasted into the void rift by Zhang Tao's fist. This was a soul energy doppelganger. How powerful was Paragon, exactly? Chapter 678. How strong was a Paragon? In the next moment, Fong Ping knew. When Zhang Tao killed 2 rank 9s with 1 punch, the energy of the entire catacomb seemed to be converging in one place. Not far away, Nan Yunyue roared, her voice shaking the sky. At this moment, a second sun appeared in the entire catacombs. Nan Yunyue was like a god descending to earth, slashing at a rank 9 city lord. How could this be? Someone exclaimed. It was none other than King Huai. At this moment, Nan Yunyue had not broken through yet, but with this slash, a rank 9 was directly minced into pieces. Run! The remaining 7 rank 9s wanted to escape immediately. This woman was about to break through. Just as Chen Yaozu had said, 999 meters and 1,000 meters were worlds apart. And now, Nan Yunyue had walked to 999. 9 meters. She was just a little bit away from it. Nan Yunyue, King Huai roared. True kings cannot participate in the battle. You want to bring forward the battle of true kings. I haven't reached the Paragon yet. Nan Yunyue laughed loudly. At this time, she was extremely arrogant. She shouted, "Wait until I reach the Paragon. Then you can talk nonsense. You're courting death." King Huai was not willing to let her break through under his nose. In the next moment, King Huai roared. Nan Yunyue has advanced to a true king. Everyone, help me. As soon as he finished speaking, King Huai was about to cross Mount Royal Sea and enter the catacombs. You want to tear up the agreement? Zhang Tao sneered, smashing the void with a punch, breaking through the air and directly attacking King Huai. He knew that something like this would happen, but as long as Nan Yunue broke through, everything would be fine. Rumble, crack. Cracks appeared in the void one after another. King Huai also waved his palm. Drip, a soft sound was heard, but King Huai and Zhang Tao did not move. A small wound appeared in King Huai's palm, and a drop of golden blood dripped onto the peak of Mount Royal Sea. In the blink of an eye, the blood seeped into the mountain. Zhang Tao said lightly, "You're not qualified." King Huai's expression was ugly. Looking at the rising sun in the distance, he suddenly calmed down. Even if Nan Yunue broke through, so what? I should have known that you would suddenly take the initiative to initiate this battle. Perhaps you have something else to rely on, but I forgot about Nan Yunue. King Huai said calmly, "Since we can't stop her, then we won't. I also want to see how many people she can kill when she breaks through." Of the 32 divine generals, 3 had already died. Nan Yunue had just killed a person. Now there were still 28 divine generals remaining. How many could Nan Yunue kill? She was only one step away from a breakthrough. Since she had started, she could not delay it. Before the other true kings of the catacombs arrived, Nan Yunue had probably already advanced. How many could he kill in such a short time? After Nan Yunue made a breakthrough, if she dared to attack again, then these true kings would jump levels to fight and exterminate human powerhouses. "It's just a game," the Huai King continued to narrate, saying indifferently, "It's quite interesting. You, the Martial King, actually managed to cut out your indestructible clone." Before he finished speaking, Nan Yunue shouted and swept out with her saber once more. In the blink of an eye, a rank 9 demonic plant was cut in half. A sharp, ear-piercing cry rang out. With a rumble, the demonic plant fell to the ground. Nan Yunue slaughtered in all directions. Wu Chuan and the others also unleashed their full strength, not letting the rank 9 powerhouses escape. A City Lord powerhouse could not bear such torture. With a roar, he self-detonated. A rank 9 self-detonation, and a powerhouse who had walked the path of origin at that. Even Nan Yunue trembled when she was hit head-on. At this moment, the Huai King suddenly laughed. "Perhaps you all have overestimated this woman." As soon as he finished speaking, the Huai King said coldly, "Self-detonation, severely injure her. I guarantee that you all will be kings of the 9 domains for the next 9 generations." Nan Yunue did not seem to be as strong as Li Jun. When Li Jun broke through, there were powerhouses from the outer domains who tried to stop him. However, Li Jun killed these powerhouses and even destroyed the monster plant Royal Court's origin. That was true strength. Nan Yunue was a little lacking. The Huai King suddenly laughed and shouted again, "Quickly, otherwise all of you will die. When we take over the land of rebirth, I will resurrect all of you. I swear on my name." At the side, Zhang Tao frowned slightly. Nan Yunue, this crazy woman, did she think that she was Li Jun or himself? She was still lacking. Zhang Tao felt a headache coming on. Before this, he thought that Nan Yunue was quite strong. Why was she not as strong as he imagined when she was close to the breakthrough point? This is a little troublesome. Zhang Tao's eyes flickered slightly. If this did not work, then retreat. Abandon the 18 southern regions. This was also the backup plan he had made before. The 18 southern regions did not have martial artists to train, only the Wuan military. If there was really no other way, then retreat. Anyway, he had already killed a few rank 9s. He just wanted to use the opportunity of Nan Yunue's breakthrough to kill more rank 9s from the outer domains. Who knew that Nan Yunue did not seem too reliable? The Huai King's words spread throughout the catacombs. At this moment, Nan Yunue was also extremely unwilling. She was not as strong as she thought. Although she killed 2 rank 9s in an instant and forced a rank 9 to self-detonate, this rank 9 self-detonation had actually shaken her path of origin. At this moment, Nan Yunue's entire body was enveloped by an invisible force. Her body emitted a beam of light that pierced through heaven and earth. However, this beam of light, at that moment, trembled slightly. At this moment, there were only 5 rank 9 powerhouses left here. Hearing the Huai King's voice, these rank 9s, including monster beasts, monster plants, and city lords, all went a little crazy. The Huai King swore in his name to conquer the land of rebirth and resurrect them. A true king's oath could not be false. Since it was hard to escape death, then they would fight. Nan Yun Yue, even if I die, don't think about breaking through. Rumble, an incomparably loud sound came out, and the beam of light trembled again. F***CK. This woman, Nan Yun Yue, could not help but curse at this moment. She really did not expect this. She also did not know the situation at the peak. She believed that she would not be weaker than Li Jun and the others. In fact, even Li Jun and the others acknowledged this. However, when she reached the critical point, she was not as strong as Li Jun and the others. There was no justice in this. Nan Yunyue was about to go crazy. How could this be? Although the number of rank 9s who had died in her hands had already reached as high as 4. Once her breakthrough was blocked, even if 40 rank 9s died, it would still be considered a loss. Not far away, Tianmu and the others were also attacking in a frenzy. They wanted to keep the 11 rank 9s occupied. When these rank 9s saw that Nan Yunyue's breakthrough seemed to be blocked, they were all ecstatic. If they could stop a true king's breakthrough this time, it would be a greater contribution than killing all the resurrected god generals. Further away, Fong Ping also felt that something was wrong. He quickly looked at Chen Yaozu and said, "Senior Chen, why is this happening?" After all, Chen Yaozu had lived for 300 years. He was experienced and knowledgeable. Very quickly, he frowned and said, "This is troublesome. Nen has been fighting for many years, and his consumption is huge. He is strong on the outside but weak on the inside. The Netherworld King has entered the bounded zone and replenished. The Martial King has obtained hundreds of caddies of life essence and replenished his consumption. Only Nan has been fighting all the time and never received replenishment. His foundation is insufficient." He could see it here, and the Huai King probably also knew. He shouted sternly, "All rank 9 monster plants, consume all your life essence quickly." As soon as these words came out, the monster plants that were still alive consumed all their life essence in a frenzy, because Nan Yunyue had also targeted them. Seeing the monster plants consume their life essence crazily, Nan Yunyue roared angrily and looked at the monster plant that she had killed. She killed that monster plant very quickly. There must still be life essence left. She had also discovered the problem. She was a little weak. It was not that her combat strength was not as good as Li Jun and the others, nor was it that she was not as talented as these people, but she was not as lucky as them. Bullying the poor, Nan Yunyue wanted to curse. She thought it would not affect her. Nan Yunyue wanted to pick up the monster plant, but the others would not give her the chance. Rumble! Another loud explosion was heard. Another powerhouse had self-destructed. If they did not stop Nan Yunyue today, the Catacombs' true kings would not let them go. They could only hope that the true kings would break through the rebirth land and find a chance to resurrect them. Blood flowed from the corner of Nan Yunyue's mouth. Wu Chuan and the others beside her could not get close at all. If they did, the power of the self-destruction would seriously injure them. Bastard! Wu Chuan and the others were anxious. Nan Yunyue had made a mistake. If she was seriously injured now, her breakthrough might be greatly affected. "Here," Fong Ping said hurriedly. "That means you lack life essence? Will the imperishable substance work?" "Of course, the effect will be better." Fong Ping breathed a sigh of relief and snorted. "I thought you were lacking something else. You just lack imperishable substance. Absolute peak." This time, it was really a super huge favor. This old lady named Yunyue had encountered a huge problem during her breakthrough this time. He had to deliver this favor home. The next moment, an incomparably huge golden light ball appeared in Fong Ping's hand. "Old Chen, I can't go. Do you think you can give this to Mayor Nan?" Chen Yaozu was already stunned. How much was this? Fong Ping did not feel the pinch at this moment. It was not much, just 10,000 yuan of destructive power, which was 100 million wealth points. He had to deliver the favor to the point where Nan Yunhua felt that she owed him so much that she could not wait to be his servant. This was called a favor. 10,000 yuan of imperishable power. Was it enough? Just a little bit of life essence that old Zhang had obtained might not be comparable to this. No, it was not 100% comparable. 100 million wealth points were worth trillions. Trillions, when converted to life essence, that was 400 caddies. Did the monster plant that old Zhang picked up have 400 caddies of life essence in reserve? Did Li Zhen obtain so much imperishable substance to replenish himself after entering the bounded zone? Fang Ping wanted to nurture the strongest absolute peak. Naturally, Chen Yaozu did not know what he was thinking. At this moment, he was really dumbfounded, but he was instantly ecstatic. He had forgotten that there was a guy beside him who had entered the bounded zone before. Heaven was helping humanity. Chen Yaozu held the huge light ball, and without a word, he rushed toward Nan Yunhua. The two rank 9s who had escaped earlier were also rushing over there. It seemed like they wanted to join in the battle to kill Nan Yunhua. Everyone help! Chen Yaozu shouted loudly. The moment Wu Chuan, Zhang Weiyu, and the others saw Chen Yaozu, their eyes lit up. In the next moment, Wu Chuan, Zhang Weiyu, Zhao Xingwu, Wang Yu, Li Daong, and Chen Yaozu all unleashed their strongest attacks, blasting toward the martial artists who had surrounded Nan Yunhua. Chen Yaozu threw the light ball out and shouted, Mayor Nan. When Nan Yunhua saw this scene, she was overjoyed. Timely help! In the distance, Fang Ping roared, Mayor Nan. For humanity, no need to thank me. Fang Ping. In the faraway Imperial Sea Mountain, King Huai went crazy. Fang Ping. Kill. Everyone kill Fang Ping for me. Don't worry about Nan Yunhua anymore. Everyone kill Fang Ping. Kill him. King Huai had never been as angry as he was now. He wanted to kill Fang Ping. He clearly had a chance to stop the land of rebirth from giving birth to a true king. But Fang Ping destroyed it. He actually had so much imperishable substance. Damn it! Damn it! The others could not stop Nan Yunhua from getting the imperishable substance because the moment Chen Yaozu threw it out, Nan Yunhua forcefully joined them. Even self-destruction could not stop her. At this time, Nan Yunhua's breakthrough could no longer be stopped. Just as King Huai roared madly to kill Fang Ping, in the distance, someone roared, Fang Ping? Fang Ping is here? Damn it! King Huai, kill him! That was King Feng's roar. At this moment, the two true king powerhouses were incomparably furious. King Huai said he wanted to kill Fang Ping. Those rank 9 powerhouses also realized that Nan Yunhua's breakthrough could not be stopped. In the next moment, they all rushed toward Fang Ping. Fang Ping's face turned green. He roared, Old Chun, Guardian Zhang. As Fang Ping roared, he ran into the distance. There were a total of 8 rank 9s who surrounded Nan Yunhua just now. Fang Ping and the 2 who were chasing after Chen Yaozu also rushed over. There were as many as 10, and among these 10, 5 were dead. There were still 5 left. These people did not care about the others at all. They all chased after Fang Ping. Not only them, but the 3 rank 9s who rushed over from Old Man Li's side also chased after Fang Ping. In an instant, there were as many as 8 rank 9s who were chasing after him. In the distance, Old Man Li was just about to rush over to meet up with Fang Ping. When he saw this scene, he was extremely shocked. I just escaped from 6 rank 9s. You have already provoked 8? Should I go and meet up or not? This is too dangerous. As Old Man Li rushed toward Fang Ping, he roared, Wu Chuan, are you all useless? Kill them. These people were too useless. They actually let those people kill their way out of the encirclement. Damn it, they were too useless. On the other side, Wu Chuan and the rest were also embarrassed. They roared and rushed toward the 5 people who escaped the encirclement. At this time, Nan Yunhua swallowed the imperishable substance in one gulp. The golden light on her body shone brightly. The light pillar that reached the sky became even more dazzling. At this moment, Nan Yunhua also let out a wild laugh. Her laughter was savage. Her laughter was loud. She shouted, Who dares to kill Fong Ping? Who dares to kill Fong Ping? This old lady, at this moment, was incomparably confident. Die! Nan Yunue roared. Her saber slashed through the void. The divine weapon Changdao appeared behind a rank 9 powerhouse in an instant. Rumble! The booming sound of the golden body exploding reverberated between heaven and earth. Another sun rose in the catacombs. And at this moment, Nan Yunue suddenly cursed under her breath. Fong Ping gave too much. With this much, she was completely out of control. Rumble, the void trembled. The entire catacombs was trembling. The giant pillar on Nan Yunue's body became even bigger. It reflected the entire catacombs in a golden color. Nan Yunue, you still dare to attack? At this moment, King Huai roared. Nan Yunue had already broken through. Damn it! Nan Yunue cursed. Suddenly, she let out a cold snort, directly shattering King Huai's mentality. Her pressure was released, suppressing the entire 18 southern territories and making them tremble slightly. Nan Yunue did not say much. She flew slowly toward the direction of Mount Imperial Sea. As she flew, she shouted, King Huai, I've been sick of you for a long time. Today, I've advanced to the peak. I'll play with you. Savage. Then I'll show you how savage I am. As soon as she finished speaking, Nan Yunue's speed exploded. Like lightning, she went straight for the 2 rank 9s who were chasing behind Li Changsheng. Retreat! King Huai roared. He did not need to roar. The 2 rank 9s who were suppressed earlier and had just chased over were already scared out of their wits the moment Nan Yunue exploded. They fled quickly. Nan Yunue wanted to kill them on purpose. Ha! Nan Yunue laughed loudly. Awesome! Too awesome! No wonder Zhang Tao liked to do this in the past. As a new peak, she did not participate in the battle now. Instead, she went to Mount Imperial Sea. She used a flight step and did not make a detour to the peak. There was nothing wrong with that. If they died from the collision, they could only blame it on their bad luck. King Huai snorted coldly. The true kings of the land of rebirth were all so shameless. The true kings of the restricted area really cared more about their faces than they did. Moreover, in his eyes, everyone below the true king was an ant. Even if he killed 1 or 2 rank 9s, could he really turn the situation around? At this moment, he could not be bothered with Nan Yunue. The one he hated the most was Fong Ping. Hateful. He deserved to be killed. Because of Fong Ping, there was one more true king in the land of rebirth. And Fong Ping might be the next true king in the land of rebirth. Fong Ping must die. 18 southern territories, listen up. Kill Fong Ping. At the same time, King Maple also rushed over from the 17 southern territories, shouting, all high-ranked martial artists within 1,000 miles, enter the 18 southern territories quickly and kill Fong Ping. Ground Sunflower King, let your people enter the 18 southern territories and kill Fong Ping. This person must die. In the 19 southern territories, which was also the capital city catacombs, a true king of the Monster Plants Kingdom did not know what was happening. However, when 2 true king-level powerhouses wanted to kill Fong Ping, Ground Sunflower King shouted, all god generals, enter the 18 southern territories. As soon as he finished speaking, several rank 9 powerhouses rose into the air from thousands of miles away, flying toward them rapidly. In the restricted area, there were no boundaries between them. They could rush over directly. Before this, it was King Huai's war. Now, not only did King Huai erupt, even King Maple had spoken up. Since the 2 great true kings took this matter so seriously, Ground Sunflower King also knew that this matter could not be underestimated. Mount Imperial Sea. Zhang Tao felt helpless. Fong Ping, run quickly. Get out now. If you don't get out, it will be really troublesome. On Nan Yunue's side, she had killed 6 rank 9s from the beginning to the end. Li Changsheng killed 1. His mentality avatar killed 2. There were still 23 rank 9s left. There were also many rank 9s on the human side. Excluding Nan Yunue, including the 2 people from the Chun family and Xie Yifan, there were 18 in total. The difference between the 2 sides was not big. Moreover, the human rank 7s and 7s were more than the other side. Li Changsheng, Guoshengquan, and the other two could all be regarded as rank 9s. If these people were to fight, the humans had a huge advantage. The key was, these people only had one goal now, and that was to kill Fang Ping. This was really troublesome. They did not care about other human powerhouses at all. They only had their eyes on Fang Ping. If there was a slight mistake, Fang Ping would definitely die. More than 20 rank 9s, more than 20 rank 8s, more than 50 rank 7s, and close to 100 high ranks were all crazy now. They did not care about others at all. They only had one thought: kill Fang Ping. Not only did King Huai send a voice transmission to the 18 Southern Territories, King Maple had also arrived and sent a voice transmission to the 18 Southern Territories as well. The two true kings had spoken up. Not only the two Monster Plant Clan true kings, but on Monster Life Clan's side, after Ji Yao and God General Hu Lei met up, they also shouted fiercely, "Kill Fang Ping." This was Monster Life Clan's only goal in this battle. At this time, everyone in the 18 Southern Territories knew one thing. Their goal was no longer the land of rebirth powerhouses, but this guy. Kill this guy. Even if everyone died, it would still be worth it. The 18 Southern Territories went crazy. Fang Ping went crazy too. Save me. Fang Ping could not pretend anymore. His face was deathly pale. He roared, "Seniors, open the passageway to Wuhan City. I want to get out." The entire catacombs was hunting him down. Some rank 7 and 8 powerhouses, even if they were being chased by human martial artists, still wanted to kill Fang Ping. Fang Ping was going crazy. Wu Chuan and the others fought with all their might. Although they had blocked many rank 9s, if they were careless and let someone escape, he would be finished. At this moment, Fang Ping's only thought was to run out. He had run a little too far earlier. He was still more than 30 li away from Wuhan City. Kill Fang Ping. Just as Fang Ping was about to run, those catacombs martial artists were all roaring crazily. Kill Fang Ping. Kill Fang Ping. Kill him. In the huge catacombs, the high-ranked powerhouses were roaring one after another. The entire catacombs was now filled with the voices of "Kill Fang Ping." While Fang Ping was going crazy, in the distance, Qin Fengqing was also stunned, looking at the hundreds of middle-ranked martial artists chasing after him. Then listening to the entire catacombs shouting, "Kill Fang Ping." Qin Fengqing suddenly felt that he was really blessed. Before this, he felt that his life was really tragic. At this moment, Qin Fengqing felt relieved. What was this? Just a few hundred middle-ranked martial artists. Fang Ping said that he would not come here. He thought that he really would not come here. Who knew? That fellow had just arrived not long ago. Now that he was here, all the high-ranked powerhouses in the catacombs were shouting to kill him. However, King scary. It was really not easy to be like Fang Ping. Qin Fengqing felt that even if he raided 10 royal cities, he might not be able to be like Fang Ping. Vaguely, Qin Fengqing suddenly felt a little envious. Suddenly, he roared loudly, "Be like Fang Ping. I will also be chased by hundreds of high-ranked martial artists in the future. This life will not be in vain." Too exciting. Too satisfying. What big business did Fang Ping do this time? Did he really dig up the true king's ancestral grave this time? He had also reached the mentality-vitality unity realm. He could also hear the true king's voice transmission. Earlier, it seemed like 2 true kings were shouting to kill Fang Ping. Amazing. Admirable. 2 true kings and hundreds of high-ranked martial artists wanted to kill a rank 7. After today, Fang Ping's name would probably be known by everyone in the restricted area. He also heard Fang Ping's voice scolding the true kings earlier. Old Zhang spread to the entire catacombs. This was also an achievement that no one could compare to. Qin Fengqing was impressed and envious. Fang Ping, on the other hand, was really going crazy. I thought at most a few rank 9s would come. Now the entire 18 southern regions want to kill him. Hurry up and open a path for me to go back. I can't take it anymore. The rank 9's battle zone was almost surrounding him. At this time, Fang Ping was like a lone boat, tossing in the waves. A little carelessness, and the boat would be destroyed and he would die. I shouldn't have said that. Fong Ping complained in his heart. Previously, the imperishable substance that he gave to Nan Yunyue was given by Old Shun. Why did he have to add a sentence? Otherwise, King Huai might not find out that it was given by him. Genius 1 second to remember website address, mobile version. Chapter 679. Don't come near me. In the catacombs, Fong Ping roared in terror. He could not help but be terrified. This Zhang Weiyu fellow was actually fighting with 2 rank 9s and moving closer to him. He was going crazy. Zhang Weiyu was also suffering in silence. Mother Kerr, you're still making sarcastic remarks? These 2 rank 9s had gone crazy. They were bent on killing Fong Ping. What else could he do? Zhang Weiyu suddenly roared as if he had thought of something. Are there more? Fong Ping understood instantly. He gritted his teeth and said, Yes, don't let them snatch it away. Hurry! Fong Ping tossed out a bunch of imperishable matter. Zhang Weiyu's mentality erupted fully, absorbing it in an instant. Before he could speak, Fong Ping roared, 50 billion! F***CK. Get lost! Zhang Weiyu was going crazy with rage. What time was this? You brats still want to settle this with me. Fong Ping was helpless. There was nothing I could do. The cost was too high. If I don't die this time, I'll spend all my wealth points. Even I want to kill myself. Zhang Weiyu got the imperishable matter. His aura skyrocketed. A gunshot was heard from his body. The next moment, a long spear mixed with a large amount of destructive force pierced through the void, stabbing one of the 2 rank 9s. The golden body of one of the rank 9s exploded instantly. We must kill Fong Ping. Hurry! He still has imperishable matter. The person who was stabbed, his golden body exploded, but he roared crazily. At this moment, he completely understood why the 2 true kings wanted to kill Fong Ping no matter what. This was too strange. Where did this rank 7 martial artist get so much imperishable matter from? The amount given to Nan Yunyue earlier was comparable to the total amount of imperishable matter of dozens of rank 9 powerhouses. This person roared. The other powerhouses swarmed over to this side one after another. From all directions, someone yelled, Everyone, unleash all your power. Crush him to death with the aftershock. At this time, human powerhouses also gathered from all directions. Fong Ping was in the center of the battle circle. There were battlefields everywhere. He had no way to escape at all. There was no place where there was no battle. Fong Ping was helpless. Wu Chuan and the rest yelled, Hurry, give more imperishable matter, and kill them all. Otherwise, you won't be able to get out. Fong Ping really could not get out. If he wanted to leave now, the catacombs powerhouses would stop him even at the cost of their lives. If that was the case, it would be safer to stay in the central area. At least the human powerhouses were fighting with all their might in the surroundings. At a time like this, Fong Ping would not be stingy, but he still roared, If you can't catch it, then it'll be taken away by this group of bastards. You must be reliable. Once you get it, kill these bastards. As soon as he finished speaking, Fong Ping threw a few lumps of imperishable substance toward the top powerhouses. He dared not approach them. As for those rank 7 and 8 ones, he could not be blamed for not throwing them away. He was afraid that they would not be able to get them, and the catacombs martial artists would take them away. Wu Chuan and the others were quite powerful. Soon, all of them had obtained the imperishable substance. Their auras surged, and they began to suppress those people. Right at this moment, in the direction of Mount Royal Sea, Zhang Tao shouted, In the battle quickly! Another 6 rank 9s and more than 20 rank 7s and 8s are coming. Hurry! King Huai also shouted, Hold on! Hold them back! I have already contacted the powerhouses of the 8 nearby regions to send reinforcements and kill Fong Ping. As long as he is killed, those who died in the battle today will be able to live another life after conquering the land of rebirth. Fong Ping scolded loudly, Son of a B***, you can't kill me. Just you wait and see. Having said that, he roared again, Minister, go to the land of boundaries and ask for reinforcements. The 9 patriarchs of the land of boundaries can come out of seclusion. Zhang Tao was speechless for a long time. Fong Ping roared, "Minister, let the ultimate battle erupt. The 9 patriarchs have promised that when the ultimate battle erupts, they will come to help." As Fong Ping spoke, his mentality trembled constantly. "Old Zhang, I'm just scaring people. Don't take it seriously. You should understand what I mean, right? Scaring these son of AB asterisk teach. Suddenly, there are 9 more paragons. Let me ask you, are you afraid? If these idiots put all their attention on the land of boundaries, then that would be even better. No matter how many catacombs powerhouses went, the same number of catacombs powerhouses would die. The land of boundaries was incomparably dangerous. This was not an exaggeration. The periphery was slightly better. Once they entered the inner area, Fong Ping felt that no one could survive. Some catacombs powerhouses had entered the land of boundaries. Those were also dilapidated land of boundaries. Those that existed now were all intact. Fong Ping suspected that they were like the current Xuanda Grotto heaven, where powerhouses were guarding. Just as Fong Ping's words fell, an earth-shattering loud noise suddenly came from the direction of Mount Royal Sea. The ultimate battle had erupted. Huh. The 9 patriarchs can actually come out of seclusion? I thought they were already in seclusion. Turns out they aren't. Nan Yunyue kill. Guardian Shun, join forces and kill these 2 fellows. Rumble? In the direction of Mount Royal Sea. The loud rumble traveled thousands of miles away. Fong Ping was stunned. Was old Zhang stupid? Motherf asterisk her. Was his hint not obvious? At the same time, in the direction of Mount Royal Sea, King Huai roared furiously. "How dare you? Bastards. Even if there are 9 more true kings, so what? It's enough to kill you." Boom! The towering Mount Royal Sea was trembling. While Fong Ping was in a daze, Zhang Tao had already beaten King Huai until he kept retreating. In the nearby area, the ultimate battle had erupted. Some of the high ranks who had just arrived were destroyed in the blink of an eye. Zhang Tao was cursing in his heart. "Kid, I'm completely shameless. You're finished this time. 3 of the ultimate powerhouses are fighting for you." Of course, he knew that Fong Ping was lying. Since he had already put on an act, he might as well make it look real. What was there to be afraid of? It was not bad to kill some high-rank martial artists while he was at it. After a few of them fought for a while, Nan Yunyue suddenly shouted, "Stop! Fong Ping, this bastard actually, Zhang Tao, you actually told him such a top secret?" "I didn't say it." While the 2 of them were talking, King Maple shouted, "Do you really think we'll believe you? King Wu, do you really want an all-out war to break out now?" "So what if I did? I was just joking just now. What patriarch? I just want to kill you. If I kill you, I'll be profiting." Zhang Tao began to deny that there were patriarchs again. However, the more he did so, the more aggrieved King Maple and King Huai felt. Honestly, whether there were patriarchs or not, they were also not sure. There might still be living people in the boundary zone. It could only be said that it was possible. However, could they really contact King Wu and the others? They did not know. At this moment, the 2 powerhouses did not have too much time to think about the outer boundary. The few desperate realm experts fought, and as they fought, the number of spatial cracks in the sky above Mount Royal Sea increased. After fighting for a while, Zhang Tao had already beaten King Huai's flesh to the point that it was starting to crack. At this moment, in a faraway direction, someone suddenly shouted, "Enough!" The next moment, someone else said lightly, "What's the hurry? Sooner or later, we'll fight to the death." Temple Master, Old Li. Both sides stopped at the same time and did not attack again. The 2 voices just now also disappeared in an instant. No one spoke anymore. Zhang Tao snorted coldly. "If it wasn't for suppressing Heavenly King stopping me, I would have killed you today." King Huai gritted his teeth and said, "You try. The Temple Master has already come out of seclusion. So what if it's suppressing Heavenly King?" The so-called Temple Master was the master of the true King Hall. Although he was not the master of the true kings, he was recognized as the strongest true king in the Monster Plant's royal court. He might not be inferior to suppressing Heavenly King. When these 2 powerhouses spoke, a few people also did not have the mood to continue fighting. Zhang Tao glanced around with his peripheral vision, feeling satisfied. Not bad, 7 or 8 high-rank martial artists were killed. The rest were far away from the passageway and would not be able to rush over for a while. As for that kid Fong Ping, good luck. I've really done my best this time. The ultimate battle has already erupted. If you still die, then don't blame me. Zhang Tao noticed those high-ranked martial artists who had died. The others really did not pay much attention. At the same time, 18 Southern Territories. The powerhouses on both sides were somewhat restrained when they fought. This battle, both sides were somewhat helpless. From a battle of one territory, it had become a battle of killing sides. From a battle of killing sides, it had become a battle of the ultimate battle. In the direction of Mount Imperial Sea, the earth-shattering roar made both sides somewhat worried. Once the ultimate battle broke out, it was no longer a battle of one territory. Everyone here could die. As for Fong Ping, he had roughly guessed some of old Zhang's thoughts. At this time, while both sides were restrained, Fong Ping also began to make small moves. Nothing else, he kept signaling Old Man Li with his eyes. Come on in, you're almost crippled, and you're still fighting. Old Man Li looked like he was almost a few hundred years old now. His body was lifeless, and he was still fighting to the death with a rank 8 powerhouse. Humans still had the advantage in rank 7 and 8. Even if Old Man Li did not participate in the battle, there would still be people who would stop him. Old Man Li probably saw it, or maybe he sensed it. Very soon, he broke away from the battle and flew toward the inner circle. When he flew to Fong Ping's side, the old man said weakly, I can't protect you anymore. He really could not protect him anymore. He was too good at stirring up trouble. Because of Fong Ping, a battle that was agreed upon not to involve any paragon had erupted into a battle between 5 paragons in the end. It was too scary. I'm only a rank 8. Even if I can kill a rank 9, I can only kill one. That's when the time, place, and people are at the right time. Now you've provoked so many of the ultimate powerhouses. Everyone wants to kill you. How can I protect you in the future? Fong Ping did not waste any more words. A huge mass of imperishable matter surged into his body, mass after mass. Watching Old Man Li's lifeless state disappear, he said helplessly, I didn't want this to happen. It's all your fault. You provoked 6 rank 9s to hunt you down out of nowhere. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come here. If I didn't come, why would they all want to kill me? Really, how old are you? Why do you have to cause trouble? Get lost. Old Man Li almost vomited blood. Don't you know how I provoked 6 rank 9s? Fong Ping did not care about him anymore. Instead, he looked at the powerhouses at the outer circle and roared, Everyone, don't worry about the consumption of imperishable matter. Kill them. I'll replenish it for everyone. The Patriarch has given me a lot. Everyone, you don't have to use it sparingly anymore. Wu Chuan and the rest perked up. They roared, Kill. Kill all these beasts and celebrate. There were still 18 rank 9s in Sino Nation here. None of them died, including Old Man Li who joined the battle again. There were 19. Guo Quan and the other 2 counted as 1 too. There were a total of 20 rank 9s. On the other side, there were only 23. The key was that in terms of rank 7 and 8 martial artists, humans' advantage was getting bigger and bigger. If this went on, sooner or later, they could kill all those rank 7 and 8 martial artists and surround and kill these rank 9s. As for the extraterrestrial reinforcements, they were still far away from here. Even if they had already entered the passageway, it would be difficult for them to rush over without a few hours. As they erupted, Fong Ping focused on being a healer. Whichever side was in a tense situation, he would roar, Retreat, I'll come to the rescue. In the catacombs, the life essence of a few demon plants had been depleted previously. Right now, there was no life essence to replenish it. One side was getting stronger as the battle went on. The other side was getting weaker as the battle went on. In less than 10 minutes, Fong Ping realized that the ranking was still reliable. Zhang Weiyu roared. A ray of light that pierced through heaven and earth rose, piercing a rank 9 powerhouse's skull with a spear. A rank 9 who was killed in the truest sense had appeared. This was the first one, What happened before were all accidents. Old Zhang's split body, the suppressing heavenly king's suppress formula, Nin Yunue's breakthrough. These were actually unexpected factors. Both sides had been fighting for about 12 hours, and the first rank 9 had died. With one less rank 9, the other party was even weaker. Almost all the rank 7 and 8 martial artists were killed. Among them, the rank 7 Li Hansong and a few others performed extremely outstandingly. Fong Ping felt sorry for Li Hansong. He was almost being used as a brick by the old Wang duo. Fong Ping saw with his own eyes that Yao Qingjuan's mentality controlled Li Hansong, smashing him into the battle circle of a few rank 7 martial artists. He really smashed them. Not only did he smash them, but the two of them did not stop there. They attacked as one, unleashing big moves without a care for their lives. They did not care whether Li Hansong was inside or not. Li Hansong's divine armor was awesome. It could even block the space cracks. At most, he could just consume his life essence to replenish it. Fong Ping had a lot of good stuff here. He could replenish it. Seeing that the catacombs' powerhouses were decreasing, Fong Ping breathed a sigh of relief. At least it was not that dangerous anymore. In reality, because of the decrease in manpower now, there was already an empty passageway. Fong Ping, however, refused to leave. He looked at Ji Yao in the crowd and shouted, "Seniors, kill Ji Yao. She dares to intervene in the war between humans and Monster Plant Clan. Kill her." After saying that, he added, "She has a rank 9 divine weapon. Don't let her keep the divine weapon in the Sanjiao Gate." In the crowd, a few powerhouses who did not have rank 9 divine weapons were instantly envious. Zhao Xingwu roared, "Guys, help me stop her. I'm going to kill her." Outside, Ji Yao's expression changed drastically. God General Hu Lei, who came with her, was fighting with Jiang Yuanhua at this time. Seeing the situation, he roared, "Your Highness, leave. Leave quickly." The situation was already reversed. Fong Ping had just experienced the feeling of being killed by everyone. At this moment, he shouted, "Kill her. Even if you don't kill her, you have to capture her as a hostage. She's the key figure of Monster Life Royal Court here. Capture her. I'll see who else in Monster Life Royal Court dares to make a move. If she dies, Life King and Monster Life Royal Court's master will not let these guys go." The Forbidden Catacombs had 12 cities. Monster Life and Monster Plant Clan each had half of the cities. In total, 10 rank 9 martial artists had died. Most of them were from the Monster Plant Clan. 12 powerhouses from the Monster Life Clan, plus Hu Lei, who came to protect Ji Yao. Of the 13 rank 9 martial artists from the Monster Life Clan, 3 had died, and there were 10 left. Following Fong Ping's words, the expressions of those Monster Life Royal Court powerhouses changed. Ji Yao, that was the Life King's granddaughter. The Life King was also the master of Monster Life Royal Court's True King Hall. His position was similar to that of the previous Monster Plant Clan's master. If Ji Yao died here, they would also be in big trouble. At the back, Ji Yao began to retreat slowly, staring at Fong Ping with a face full of hatred. Fong Ping sneered, "What are you looking at? Don't run. Aren't you very arrogant? Seniors, kill her. Kill her, no. Capture her alive and bring her back to Earth. She might be of great use. I heard that the master of Monster Life Royal Court has no descendants. She's his only daughter. I think he has a son? Ji Yao, do you have one? If you do, I won't capture you alive. You're useless. If you don't, you still have some use. If I capture you alive, I can spare your life." While Fong Ping was talking, Zhao Xingwu was already charging toward Ji Yao with bloodshot eyes. Hu Lei, who was still fighting with Jiang Yuanhua, roared, "Heaven's Royal Court, escort Her Highness back to the Forbidden Zone. Divine General Huaiyu, nothing must happen to Her Highness. If something happens to Her Highness, all the agreements between the two royal courts will be terminated." The Divine General under King Huai's command had an extremely ugly expression. Hu Lei and the others were going to retreat. Not only were they going to retreat, but they were also going to bring the other Monster Life Royal City Lords and Guardian Monsters with them. If they left, they would definitely die. Hu Lei was still reliable. He did not run away with his people without saying a word. At least he discussed it with him. But looking at the situation, it was useless even if he did not agree. Hule would not watch Ji Yao get into trouble. Unable to accomplish anything, but good at spoiling things. Huai Yu cursed in his heart. This monster life royal court's highness was really unable to accomplish anything but good at spoiling things. Without her getting in the way, how could things have developed to this point? Before this, she was also the one who insisted on killing Fong Ping. He had already forgotten that he was the one who asked Hu Lei and the others to kill Li Chongxing in the beginning, borrowing Fong Ping's name. But later, if Ji Yao had not insisted on killing Fong Ping, causing the powerhouses besieging Nan Yunyue and the others to decrease significantly, how could the current situation have occurred? The martial king's mentality avatar was powerful, but at that time, everyone gathered together and joined forces to resist. There was no way to cause the fall of 2 rank 9s. Thinking of this, Huai Yu became even more furious. Useless. Really useless. Before coming, he swore solemnly, gritting his teeth, looking like he would definitely kill the other party if Fong Ping was here. Now he wanted to run? If he did not have the ability, then don't come and get in the way. Huai Yu exploded in anger. In the direction of Imperial Sea Mountain, King Huai had actually heard it too. His mentality detected that Fong Ping was pressing forward with people step by step, insisting on killing Ji Yao. King Huai was silent for a moment. This battle was lost again. 3 times. All 3 times were ruined by Fong Ping. Fong Ping, King Huai chuckled. At this moment, there were still 22 rank 9 powerhouses left. He had suffered heavy losses this time. Out of the 5 divine generals who entered, 3 were dead. There were 2 left, including the one who had not entered. There were only 3 left. They were brothers in hardship with the Maple King. However, the Maple King's 17 southern territories did not suffer so much. There were 2 divine generals left. Out of the 12 Monster Plant Clan rank 9s in the 18 southern territories, only 8 were left. The remaining 2 were divine generals from the other true kings of the royal court. Including the 10 from Monster Life Clan, there were a total of 22. In such a short time, 10 rank 9s had died in battle. All below the true king were ants that depended on what kind of ants they were. Rank 9 was not really insignificant. If they could kill the powerhouses among the resurrected martial artists and continue to consume the martial king and the others' indestructible avatars, their deaths would be worth it. If not, then there was no need to make a fearless sacrifice. King Huai paused for a moment. Seeing that the people from Monster Life Clan were about to forcefully retreat, he suddenly looked at Zhang Tao and said calmly, "I lost the bet. 18 southern territories, 12 royal city mineral veins, all the high ranks evacuate. What's the harm in giving them to you?" Zhang Tao said thoughtfully, "What about the middle and low-ranked martial artists and ordinary people?" "Up to you." King Huai said it coldly. He did not care about millions of people in a city or tens of millions of people. If they died, so be it. The restricted area did not lack these people. He was ready to give up the outer territory and recuperate. 3 times. 3 failures, causing him heavy losses. He lost 2 rank 9s in Monsterwood City, 3 divine generals, and the outer territory. Now, he set his sights on the remaining 8 rank 9 Monster Plant Clan powerhouses in the 18 southern territories. If he could completely subdue these 8 rank 9s, the forces under his command would skyrocket again. When the war fully started, he could lead the forces under his command and reap great benefits in the land of rebirth. After 3 times, he had lost all his face. He did not mind losing it again. In the next 2 to 3 years, he did not plan to let the powerhouses under his command participate in the war. Beside him, Maple King gritted his teeth and said, "King Huai, there's still a chance. 3 of my god generals have arrived." Arrived. That meant they had arrived at the passageway. King Huai pretended not to hear it. "Nonsense. Your people have not arrived yet. If Ji Yao and the rest ran away, then he would be a commander without an army." At this time, King Huai continued to look at Zhang Tao and said coldly, "I have given up the 18 southern territories. King Wu, are you going to kill me?" Zhang Tao laughed. Of course not. King Huai is so reasonable. Don't play your little tricks anymore. King Wu, true king powerhouses in divine land and the land of rebirth. You are the most shameless. Are you trying to buy time and continue to kill my people? While the two were talking, Ji Yao and the rest were fighting and retreating. Sino Nation's morale skyrocketed, killing a large number of rank 7 and 8 martial artists. At this time, Fong Ping began to kill those rank 7 martial artists. When they besieged Fong Ping, there were more than 20 rank 8 martial artists and more than 50 rank 7 martial artists. But now, there were less than 20 rank 7 martial artists and less than 10 rank 8 martial artists. Zhang Tao did not care. He snorted and said, King Huai, don't slander me. He nagged for a while. King Huai's face was livid. He said angrily, then let's fight to the end. In just a short while, a Monster Plant Clan rank 9 was killed. Seeing that he was about to explode, Zhang Tao shouted, stop the chase. This battle is over. Minister, what are you afraid of? Kill them all. Don't let Ji Yao go. Even if the war is over, the defeated should surrender. If the divine weapon is not left, we will not let it go easily. Fong Ping roared in dissatisfaction. King Huai suddenly laughed. King Wu, how about we make a deal? Let's hear it. Give Fong Ping to me. When the war breaks out, if Divine Land wins, I can protect millions of people in the land of rebirth. Zhang Tao's pupil shrank. After a while, he laughed. I need to think about this. Don't rush, King Huai. I will talk to you after I think about it. But what Fong Ping said makes sense. Let Ji Yao hand over the divine weapon. Otherwise, she will not be able to leave the 18 southern territories. Zhang Tao said coldly, Tiger King, since you're here, there's no need to hide anymore. If you still want to reap the benefits, behave yourself now. Don't think that we don't know what you're thinking. Ji Yao will join the war and leave the divine weapon in exchange for her life. A rank 9 divine weapon in exchange for her life? It's not a loss. In the void, a figure slowly appeared, glancing at Zhang Tao. Soon, he said telepathically, Ji Yao, leave the divine weapon. Grandpa Tiger King. At this moment, Ji Yao was so angry that she wanted to vomit blood. Grandpa Tiger King actually wanted her to hand over the divine weapon? She could not accept it. Ji Yao, listen to me. It's just a rank 9 divine weapon. It's nothing. Come back. Grandpa Tiger King. Ji Yao's face was full of grief and indignation. Suddenly, she threw the divine weapon and left on her phoenix without looking back. Behind her, Fong Ping took the divine weapon and laughed. Ji Yao, you're really my good partner. Every time I meet you, something good will happen. I can't bear to kill you. If you give me more heads and divine weapons next time, I won't kill you. Fong Ping. Ji Yao suddenly turned around and shouted, don't be too arrogant. One day, I will definitely kill you. Who in the world can kill me? Ridiculous. Fong Ping let out a loud laugh. At this moment, he continued to shake. Although this battle did not completely kill these catacombs powerhouses, the 18 southern territories were conquered. When conquering a territory, even if there were no giant mines, it was nothing. If a territory was rich in energy, how many martial artists could come and cultivate? This place was rich in resources. How many pills could be produced? Some small mineral veins would definitely be left behind. In addition to taking over the royal city, there would more or less be good stuff. This battle, the harvest was so huge that it could not be any more. When humans conquered a territory, there might be more than 1 million martial artists. This was the profit of war. Fong Ping laughed out loud. He laughed crazily and viciously. He laughed at the catacombs powerhouses. Everyone remembered this laughter. Fong Ping. At this moment, all the catacombs' high ranks remembered this fellow deeply. The next time they met, as long as there was a chance, they would definitely kill him. Fong Ping was wantonly in high spirits. Even when he heard 2 loud snorts, he still looked indifferent. Since they had already provoked him, there was no use pretending now. If worst comes to worst, next time I will change my aura and even my face. Can you recognize me? Do you really think I am that stupid? Until the catacombs' high ranks left, Sino Nation powerhouses looked at each other, their faces full of disbelief. It was over? This battle ended faster than the last Tiananmen battle, and the losses were smaller. A total of 11 rank 9s were killed. A rank 8s killed more than 20 people, and a rank 7s killed 40 to 50. Now, it was over just like that? And since the outbreak of the battle until now, a total of about 13 hours had passed. No, the real outbreak was when Fong Ping came to the catacombs. From start to finish, less than 2 hours. The powerhouses looked at each other. For a moment, the atmosphere was a little strange. Why was it that every time Fong Ping participated in a war, it was somewhat unacceptable? Just as they were silent, Fong Ping said calmly, "I am already bankrupt. Each of the rank 9 grandmasters here owes me more than 50 billion. It's time to mention it." The atmosphere was getting more and more strange. Genius in a second. Remember this site's address. Mobile version. Chapter 680. Just as Fong Ping brought up the issue of the debt, there was silence for about 3 seconds. The next moment, Wu Chuan suddenly shouted, "Victory! Victory! A great victory in the forbidden catacombs. A blessing for Sino Nation. A joy for mankind. Nanchang has advanced to the apex. Congratulations to Nanchang. Congratulations to the South." A burst of loud cheers and applause drowned out the silence that Fong Ping had caused earlier. What debt? Was this the time to talk about such things when they were victorious? Was this the time to spoil the fun? Be happy. As a result, the dozens of master stage masters were overjoyed. They put their arms around each other's shoulders and cheered loudly. Their voices shook the sky as they moved towards Wuhan City. It was time to clean up the battlefield. He had no time to listen to Fong Ping's nonsense. Behind him, the corners of Fong Ping's lips curled up. Beside him, Li Hansong shook his head and said dryly, "Fong Ping, it seems like they want to renege on their debt." Fong Ping sneered. "It's fine. Do you think they can deny it?" Li Hansong thought for a long time and shook his head. There wasn't much hope. How could it be so easy to renege on something that Fong Ping had lent out? These old men and women were going to line up and write IOUs one by one. Who knew if these people's harvests would all be negative in the future? Li Hansong felt that these people wouldn't go back on their word. At the side, Wang Jinyang said faintly, "Take it easy. You owe too much and can't pay it back. It's the most convenient time to get rid of the creditors." Fong Ping chuckled. "You can't say that. If the creditor doesn't collect the debt, why would he do such a thing? When the creditor comes to collect the debt, it will definitely be a violent and forceful collection. At this time, who cares about that?" Everyone's expressions froze. "You're good. So you're going to wait until you're stronger before forcefully urging them to pay up? What about Nan Yunyue? No matter what, he's still at the absolute peak. Are you sure you can do it?" Fong Ping did not think much of it. He just had to wait. It would happen sooner or later. Fong Ping did not continue talking about this. Instead, he looked at Li Hansong and sighed softly. This fellow kept shaking his head. Could it be that old Wang and the others had smashed him until he had a concussion? He was already convinced. Why did you have to hit your head every time? Ignoring him, Fong Ping looked at his own data and sighed. Although he didn't go bankrupt, the expenses this time were incomparably huge. Wealth, 160 million points vitality, 12,000 calories, 21,280 calories, mentality, 1,200 hertz, 2,322 hertz, power of destruction. Bones honed, 177 bones, 100%, 29 bones, 90%, storage space, 1,000 cubic meters plus, energy barrier, 1 point/minute plus, aura simulation, 10 per minute plus. Before he entered, he already had 360 million wealth points. He spent a total of 200 million wealth points. Nan Yinyu alone had spent 100 million. Old man Li was also a gold-swallowing monster. Previously, he had almost depleted his vitality. In order to replenish old man Li's lost vitality, he had spent close to 20 million wealth points. The rest of the money was spent on the Grandmasters. More than 10 rank 9s and hundreds of rank 7s and rank 8s only spent 80 million wealth points. In comparison, Nan Yunyue was also a gold-swallowing monster. All the wealth he had gained from his trip to the domain boundary had been used up. Just as Fong Ping was thinking about these things, Zhang Tao's voice came from the direction of Mount Royal Sea. Clear up the battlefield. Everyone retreat. The Forbidden Catacombs was about to be sealed. At this moment, the 4 true king powerhouses, King Huai, King Maple, King Sunflower, and King Tiger, had all rushed over, ready to collect the mineral veins. Zhang Tao had ordered the human powerhouses to retreat because he was worried that these fellows would kill these Sino nation powerhouses while they were at it. If they were really killed, they would all be dead. Even if an ultimate battle broke out, it would be useless. At this moment, Zhang Tao, Chen Gaiong, and Nan Yunyue were also guarding the passageway, temporarily preventing these true kings from entering. Opposite them, King Huai's eyes flickered. He actually had the idea to go in and kill Fong Ping while he was at it. Unfortunately, the true kings of the Land of Rebirth had strong defenses. King Huai's mentality covered the 18 southern territories once again. Zhang Tao did not agree to the previous conditions. At this moment, King Huai suddenly said, "Martial King, I can actually not collect the 12 mineral veins." Zhang Tao's pupils contracted again. King Huai said lightly, "I will keep the 12 mineral veins. The Land of Rebirth will be left to Fong Ping. The 3 of you please consider it. The 12 mineral veins are enough for you to nurture millions of martial artists." Zhang Tao suddenly laughed. "You don't have the final say. These mineral veins are not yours." The mineral veins in the outer territories were not King Huai's. These mineral veins actually had owners. Of course, it was not a big problem for King Huai to make 2 or 3 demands. Beside him, King Maple said coldly, "His Highness will agree. Martial King, he's just a commander level. Even if he's really a true king, what can he do? I hate him for killing my son. Are you really not willing to use a whole territory in exchange for his life?" King Huai said thoughtfully, 12 giant mines. In addition, I promise that no one from the restricted area will enter the 18 southern territories within 3 years after your Land of Rebirth migrates humans into the 18 southern territories. I can still do this. Martial King, are these conditions enough? Zhang Tao laughed. Not enough? The few true kings' expressions changed slightly. King Huai laughed. It seems that Martial King values him enough. Fine. Send an order to all the outer territories. Anyone who kills Fong Ping will be rewarded with a rank 9 divine weapon, a huge mine, 1,000 caddies of the Fountain of Life, a true king's ultimate art, Martial King. This order is equally effective in the Land of Rebirth. After today, all the outer territories will receive the news, including the martial artists of the Land of Rebirth. I guarantee that whoever kills Fong Ping, no matter who, will be able to safely obtain these rewards. Zhang Tao was indifferent and silent. Nan Yunyue snorted coldly. Do you think that humans are comparable to you? Ha ha! King Huai did not care. He laughed loudly and said happily, "Then I'll wait and see." The reward for killing Fong Ping was sky-high. No one below the true king would not be tempted. The catacombs powerhouses would be tempted. Human powerhouses, would there really be no one who would not be tempted? King Huai chuckled and continued, "Including the previous matter of sheltering the resurrected humans, I will also send an order to all the regions and inform the true kings. I really look forward to the true kings who will deliver Fong Ping's head in a few days." Ridiculous. Zhang Tao's face was indifferent. Unexpectedly, King Maple suddenly laughed. "Inform the true kings of the ancient Buddhist sacred land and the 10,000 pagodas world. I think there might really be some unexpected surprises." The 2 of them spoke one after another, playfully and wantonly. No matter how important Fong Ping was, he was still just a rank 7. If these conditions were thrown out, they might really see a big show. Although King Wu was strong, he was not the only leader of the Land of Rebirth. The real leader of the Land of Rebirth was the Suppressing King. Not only the Suppressing King, But the 6 great holy lands of the Land of Rebirth, the suppressing king was not the only one who was stronger than King Wu. Among the 3 great holy lands of the gods, the ancient Buddha sacred land, and the 10,000 pagodas world, the leader of the gods, the first ancient Buddha, the great pharaoh, these 3 people were probably stronger than King Wu. Even the suppressing king might not consider it. Zhang Tao was no longer indifferent. He chuckled and said lightly, "Why the rush? Give me some time to consider. Maybe I will agree." Beside him, Nan Yunyue and Chun Guiyang glanced at him. Zhang Tao did not say anything. "You want Fong Ping, right?" "Sure." This little bastard's cultivation speed was very fast. "I really can't wait for this kid to reach the peak. I'll restrain my aura. I'll really throw him to you. When that time comes, let's see if you still want him." Throwing a peek into your lair, Zhang Tao was looking forward to it. Too bad Fong Ping was not a peak. Otherwise, Zhang Tao would agree now. No need for any protection. "Give me a few hundred divine weapons, dozens of mineral veins, and I'll give them to you immediately." Thoughts aside, Zhang Tao was calculating in his heart. That kid Fong Ping could not enter the catacombs for the time being. He could not go abroad either. Otherwise, there might be some peak powerhouses who would be tempted. Using a rank 7's life in exchange for these, in many people's eyes, was worth it. Not thinking about these anymore, Zhang Tao used his mentality to probe again. At this moment, Wuhan City had already started to evacuate. Wuhan City. Everyone started to clean up the battlefield, especially the monster plant that Nan Yunyue had killed. Now, a few rank 9 powerhouses had also transported it back. A few rank 9 powerhouses were extremely envious. Beside them, Fong Ping scanned around and nodded slightly. "It looks good. It's preserved quite well. I should be able to forge a rank 9 divine weapon when I bring it back. There's still some life essence left, but it doesn't seem to be much." After saying that, Fong Ping began to pick up a huge crystal bottle and began to collect the life essence. Everyone was dumbfounded. Wu Chuan could not help but say, "That's Nan Yunyue's." "I know." Fong Ping chuckled. "I'll keep it for Nan Yunyue first, lest it overflows." Fong Ping did not care about them. He would collect it first and think about it later. When the time came, it would be Nan Yunyue's interest. After collecting the life essence, Fong Ping turned around and called out to Old Man Li. "Instructor Li, you carry the monster plant. We have to help Nan Yunyue keep it safe." Old Man Li was all smiles. He went forward and snatched the broken monster plant from the rank 9 powerhouse's hands. This thing belonged to MCMAU. Everyone was speechless. Now that this thing was in these guys' hands, could Nan Yunyue really take it back? After cleaning up, Zhang Weiyu did not care about this anymore. He said, "Let's go. We're going out? We'll discuss how to take it when the minister comes back." Everyone spoke one after another, preparing to leave. At this moment, Jiang Yuanhua suddenly said, "I think I forgot someone." Everyone looked at him. Jiang Yuanhua said slowly, "That kid Qin Fengqin came in earlier too, but he left early. I don't think he's back yet." Because Jiang Chao was delivering something to Qin Fengqin, he saw Qin Fengqin coming in. However, that guy ran away before the battle of the high rank started. Now no one knew if he was still alive or dead. When he said that, Fong Ping was a little surprised. "Qin Fengqin came here?" "Yes." Fong Ping really did not know about this. He was a little speechless. The battle is over, but that guy still hasn't come back. Don't tell me he's done for? As they were talking, outside the city, a figure flew in quickly, laughing loudly. "Congratulations to the humans for a great victory. Sino Nation for a great victory. Congratulations to Vice-Chancellor Fong for shaking the catacombs with your might. Congratulations to the humans. Congratulations to Vice-Chancellor Fong." The person who came was Qin Fengqin. This guy had started sucking up from afar. Everyone did not care about this. Instead, they looked at him. "No." At his head, Fong Ping mumbled, "What happened to him?" "I don't know." Li Hansong looked dazed too. Very quickly, he said, "Fong Ping, he won't torment himself to death, will he?" Right now, Qin Fengqin's situation was too strange. A big golden core was floating above his head. There was a tree growing on the golden core, hanging on his head just like that. It was extremely strange. Not only Fong Ping and the rest were dumbfounded, but Wu Chuan and the rest were also dumbfounded. After a while, Zhang Weiyu seemed to have noticed something. His expression was stiff as he said, "He'll torment himself to death sooner or later." This guy. Are all MCMU people like this now? Old man Li frowned. We're not like this. Zhang Weiyu snorted. Wu Chuan, however, frowned and said, this kid better not torment himself to death. Don't give him too much pressure here at MCMU. Fong Ping still did not quite understand. He frowned and asked, what's going on with him? Wu Chuan was speechless. The celestial bridge is mutating blindly. When the mentality materialized, the celestial bridge couldn't be unleashed because of the lack of mentality. It stuck. Stuck? Fong Ping was dazed. There was even a saying that it was stuck. I also mutated at that time, but I didn't see it getting stuck. Beside him, Zhang Weiyu added, I don't know what this kid is doing. Eating blindly. It seems like a middle-ranked underworld lunar tree's demon core, right? Yes, he couldn't have been bewitched by someone, could he? Swallowing a high-ranked underworld lunar tree's demon core might allow a person to advance to rank 7, but swallowing a middle-ranked one is more likely to mutate. Well, he's already mutated Celestial Bridge, and now he's swallowed the underworld lunar tree's demon core. Great, now the demon core and the Celestial Bridge have fused. This is bad. He can't even retrieve the Celestial Bridge. Fong Ping swallowed and said, can't retrieve it? It's not that he can't retrieve it. The key is that his mentality isn't strong enough. Now that all the messy things are entangled together, he can't retrieve it. When his mentality is stronger, maybe he can. While they were talking, Qin Fengqing flew back, beaming with joy. Seeing everyone staring at his head, he chuckled and said, how is it? Cool, right? I've also reached rank 7. Everyone was speechless. Were you sure? How was this guy rank 7 now? A martial artist who was stuck in the middle of mentality materialization was almost unheard of. MCMU was full of trouble. Li Chongqing was like that, Fong Ping was like that, and now there was Qin Fengqing. Qin Fengqing did not care about this, saying happily, I thought I had to kill a rank 7 underworld lunar tree. I didn't expect that killing a rank 6 underworld lunar tree could actually help me break through. Everyone was speechless again. Fong Ping hesitated again and again, but still did not speak. All right, if you think so, then so be it. Instead, he asked Wu Chuan telepathically, can he still advance with this? Depends on luck, it's hard to say. But how do I put it? In martial arts cultivation, as long as the general direction is right, it's fine. As for the minor direction, it varies from person to person. If his willpower is strong enough, he should still be able to think of a way later. However, this big golden ball planet on his head will probably have to be maintained until he's truly rank 7 before he can retrieve it into his body. Fong Ping was speechless, glancing at Qin Fengqing. This guy was still so happy his strength had probably really improved. As for the big round ball on top of his head, he did not really care. The key was, could you not always eat random things and mutate randomly? Qin Fengqing did not care about them, smiling widely as he moved closer to Fong Ping, saying, Fong Ping, how much did you earn this time? I heard that a few paragons want to kill you. Did you earn a lot? Not much. Not much. Qin Fengqing probed. 500 billion is the least, right? Fong Ping had not entered the catacombs for long. He felt that he had overestimated Fong Ping. But after thinking for a while, he said again, trillion? Don't tell me it's really a trillion? Fong Ping said lightly, it's really not much, and I've spent most of it. There's only 10,000 caddies of rank, 9 energy stones left, and about a few trillion in debt. Qin Fengqing's tone was sluggish. Then he smiled widely, saying, amazing, really amazing. Fong Ping, I've also reached rank 7 now, and I'm also a grandmaster. Next time you have a big deal, call me along. Ironhead and the rest may have broken through earlier than me, but they might not be stronger than me. Li Han Song and the rest since for a while, shaking their heads helplessly. Are you really F*** King rank 7? This should be considered a real half-step rank 7. right? There was actually someone who was stuck halfway through his mentality materialization. He had to give it to him. Qin Fengqing had tormented himself to this extent. Fong Ping was also helpless and did not want to discourage him anymore. This guy's willpower was strong enough, and he was thick-skinned enough too. He would not care even if he had a big golden ball to plant trees. When he reached rank 7, naturally, he would be gone. But after thinking for a long time, he still said, "Don't really look for a rank 7 to fight." What? It's nothing. You take it easy. You know what you're doing. Whether you're rank 7 or not, you decide. Fong Ping did not say much. This guy was not stupid, and he probably knew that he had a problem. Now that he was trying to get close to him, he probably wanted Fong Ping to help him solve it. The key was, Fong Ping did not know how to solve this situation. He would ask old Zhang later. Everyone no longer cared about Qin Fengqing. Although many people looked at the top of his head strangely, no one said anything. After tidying up, not everyone left. A few rank 7 martial artists were left to guard Wuhan City, and the rest all left the catacombs. Forbidden City. Li Jun had been waiting outside the passageway. When he saw Fong Ping and the others coming out, he looked at Fong Ping first. After a while, he said, "You've exceeded my expectations again." When Fong Ping wanted to go in earlier, he really did not think that Fong Ping could change anything. But now, it was proven that this guy's other abilities aside, his ability to attract hatred was top-notch. He had seen a part of what happened in the Forbidden Catacombs. The people who had evacuated earlier had told him some of it. These two guys, Fong Ping and Li Chongsheng, had lured away too many rank 9s. This was the reason why this battle ended so quickly, and they achieved a great victory. In addition, Fong Ping had taken out a large amount of imperishable substance. This was also the most important reason, the reason why King Huai was not in the mood to continue fighting. Without saying anything more, Li Jun looked at the others and said, "Everyone, stay here for a while. When Minister Zhang and the others return, we'll discuss what to do next." Having said that, he looked at Fong Ping and said, "You and Li Hansong, don't be in a hurry to leave." "All right." Fong Ping nodded. Very quickly, he smiled and said, "Commander, you can return my books to me now." Li Jun swept a glance at him. This B***starred was too practical. Without saying anything, an animal skin book and a crystal book appeared in front of Li Jun and floated toward Fong Ping. Fong Ping seemed to keep them quietly, but his mentality started to wander. Li Jun's face turned green. This kid was counting the number of books. Mother asterisk cur. I've already given them to you. Do you think I'll covet a few of your books? With a humph, Li Jun disappeared on the spot instantly. If Zhang Tao did not return, he did not want to talk to this guy anymore. Li Jun ran away, but Fong Ping's heart skipped a beat. Li Jun did not take the promissory note from before. If that was the case, maybe he could take it back again? No, he could not. His ability was too weak. How about selling the note to old Zhang? With old Zhang's character, after getting the note, he might go to Li Jun to ask for some benefits and extort a sum of money. When the time came, he did not know if he could share some with him. Li Jun, who had already left, naturally did not know that Fong Ping would have such thoughts. Otherwise, he would definitely smack him to death. Someone actually wanted to extort him. It was not that he had forgotten about the note, but with so many people here, he was too lazy to mention it. Moreover, he did not think that Fong Ping had other intentions. P.S. Sorry, I've been in the car all afternoon. I've arrived at MCMAU's old home. This chapter was written in a hurry. I still had to eat at night. The next chapter would be a little late. It might be the second chapter. Genius 1 second to remember website address. Mobile version. Chapter 681. Forbidden City. The battle had ended, but it was not the time to celebrate. Zhang Tao, Nan Yunyue, and the others had yet to return. There was still a chance that something unexpected would occur. Fong Ping and the others were waiting in the Forbidden City. While they waited, the details of the battle in the Violet Forbidden City quickly spread out. Currently, only the most powerful experts knew about it. Shishan Catacombs. Shishan City. When he heard that the two true kings had given up on the battle and were bent on killing Fong Ping, he was shocked. Grand Master Fong Yu sighed deeply and said with difficulty, "Do I really have to give up the surname passed down by my ancestors? It didn't feel good. How dangerous." The old man pondered for a long time and suddenly said, "Why don't you call me Mr. Yu in the city from now on? Don't call me Master Fong anymore." Fong Yu felt that it was safer this way. The catacomb's true king must be very sensitive to the word Fong now. Chun Gaiong, who was guarding the West Mountain catacombs, was not considered powerful among those at the pinnacle. He might not be a match for the Maple King. If King Huai and King Feng were together, it would be even more dangerous. Li Yiming rolled his eyes. This old man was too afraid of death. Li Yiming couldn't be bothered with this uncouth old man. He sighed and said, "Amazing." He was really amazing. 4 rank 9s had just died in the Shishan catacombs, and he turned around and went to the Forbidden Catacombs, ending the Battle of the Forbidden Catacombs. They had run 2 catacombs in a day. Most importantly, they had run 1 catacomb, and a group of rank 9s had died. From now on, we might not be able to see this fellow's shadow in the catacombs anymore. Just as he finished speaking, the Maple King rushed back from the West Mountain catacombs and bellowed, "The 17 southern regions, heed my command. Heavenly Plants Royal Court and Destiny Royal Court orders from today onwards. Fong Ping would definitely kill anyone who encountered him in the 108 outer territories. The 2 royal courts will be rewarded with 2 ninth-grade divine weapons, 2,000 liters of Spring of Life, a true monarch's absolute art, and a true monarch of their choice in the True Monarch Hall to preach for 3 months. As you command." At this moment, all the rank 9 experts in the 17 southern regions roared. Some level 9 experts were even trembling with excitement. A 9th-grade divine weapon, a true king's ultimate technique, a true king's lecture. For a level 9 expert, this was a godsend opportunity. Perhaps he could use this opportunity to step into the true king realm. As for who the true monarch absolute art belonged to, whether it belonged to a living true monarch or a fallen true monarch, no one cared. It would be even better if he died. Perhaps he could use this opportunity to walk the path of a fallen true king. Those who were still alive were still incredible. They could use this opportunity to peek into the true king's Tao. Even if they couldn't walk this true king's path, their battle prowess would still increase greatly. Li Chongqing was able to kill a rank 9 not only because of the unification of 10,000 Dao, but also because he had learned the void-piercing sword technique. That day, Li Zhen had offered a price of 100 billion, which was really free. Even so, Fong Ping had bargained to 25 billion. Li Zhen was already being extremely magnanimous by not smacking him to death. This order is the same for martial artists who have been resurrected. The True King Hall promises to treat the revived martial artists as the same and keep their identities a secret. As soon as he said this, the expressions of Fong Yu and the others in the direction of West Mountain City changed dramatically. "Damn it!" Fong Yu was enraged. "You should be punished for your evil intentions." He believed that if he heard it here, the other catacombs would most likely hear it too. Initially, he thought that the 2 true kings had reached their limit when they wanted to kill Fong Ping. He did not expect it to be the 2 royal halls, and even the true king's hall had passed. The truth was as Fong Yu had expected. On this day, Fong Ping really became famous. It was not just the Sino nation's catacombs. Even the catacombs abroad had heard the voice of the catacombs' true king. He must kill Fong Ping. Both King Maple and King Huai did not expect True King Hall to agree so readily. Originally, both of them only wanted to put up a bounty for Fong Ping in the nearby regions. However, when the news was reported to the True King Palace, a comprehensive arrest warrant was quickly issued. A True King powerhouse had been resurrected, could restrain his aura, could change his aura, cultivated for more than 2 years, entered rank 7, possessed large amounts of imperishable substance, and was suspected to have entered the bounded domain several times. Such a martial artist should be killed. He must be killed. This person might be an important person who is related to both the Land of Rebirth and the Land of Rebirth. There were even some experts in the True King Hall who guessed that the Demon Emperor had been revived. Demon Emperor. Even some of the younger True Kings in the catacombs did not know about this title, but many of the older True Kings knew. When they heard that the demon emperor had revived, the true king's palace of the four great imperial halls quickly reacted. Not long after, the news was verified. Fong Ping was known as the devil in the land of rebirth. Demon king, demon emperor, whether it was a coincidence or not, Fong Ping must die. In the catacombs, there were true king powerhouses who had lived for more than 1,000 years. Now, it was year 1040 of the God Continent calendar. Very few people knew that the opening of the God Continent calendar was related to the battle that year. Although the battle 1,000 years ago was not as famous as the battle in the Land of Kings battlefields, nor was it as famous as the Demon Emperor's War of Gods, there were people who had personally experienced this battle. These people had experienced that era. They knew how terrifying the Demon Emperor was. Now, the resurrected powerhouse who was suspected to be the Demon Emperor had returned. Along with the older true king powerhouses shouting the name Demon Emperor, Maple King and Huai King's initial plan of putting Fong Ping on the wanted list in the nearby territories had become 108 territories in an instant. Moreover, a great war was about to begin. At this time, the restricted areas were willing to sow discord among the humans. The Martial King protected Fong Ping. The newly promoted true king powerhouse, the Moon King, was indebted to Fong Ping. With the protection of two great kings, killing Fong Ping would be very difficult. However, if there was an internal strife among the humans, the Martial King and the Moon King would become estranged from the other true king powerhouses or even fall out with each other. That would be even better. As long as Fong Ping died, whether he died at the hands of the humans or not, they could use this as a pretext to stir up suspicion among the land of rebirth powerhouses. Once there was an internal strife among the land of rebirth powerhouses, that would be an opportunity. This day had a huge impact. Fong Ping's name resounded throughout both worlds. In the Magic City catacombs, Wu Quishan wanted to cry, but had no tears. Trouble was coming. Everywhere else had their own reactions. In the Forbidden City, when Fong Ping received the news from everywhere, his face was full of grief and helplessness. I'm wanted in 108 territories? Even if it's a bounty, it doesn't have to be like this. Why don't I chop off my own head and send it to them? At least I can exchange it for some benefits. What Demon Emperor resurrected? Nonsense. I have nothing to do with the Demon Emperor. The catacombs could get news from the human world. Humans could also get some news from the catacombs. Regarding the news of Fong Ping being the Demon Emperor Unquestionable Jian's resurrection, the catacombs did not seem to hide it. Very soon, the news reached Li Jun. At this moment, Li Jun rushed over again. He stared at Fong Ping for a while and said with some uncertainty, "That day in the Hall of Myriad Origins, you really didn't sense anything?" "No." Fong Ping said angrily, "Unquestionable Jian is unquestionable Jian. I am me. What do I have to do with unquestionable Jian? If I can't even destroy the catacombs after living for more than 2,000 years, then I've lived in vain. Can unquestionable Jian compare to me? We're not on the same level at all." Li Jun felt that his temper had improved a lot today. Otherwise, he would really want to kill this bastard. Unquestionable Jian was a powerhouse who had taken 3 great paths. The suppressing Heavenly King, who had taken 2 great paths, was already hailed as the first paragon. It could be seen how powerful a powerhouse who had taken 3 great paths was. It was understandable that the catacombs were afraid that Fong Ping was unquestionable Jian's resurrection. Fong Ping, on the other hand, had an attitude of looking down on unquestionable Jian. This made Li Jun very tired. If that was the case, even though this kid was respectful to him, in reality, he did not take him seriously at all. He was not even as good as unquestionable Jian. Li Jun did not want to say anything else. After a while, he said coldly, "Zhang Tao hasn't settled the 18 southern regions matter yet?" He did not want to bother with Fong Ping anymore. When Zhang Tao returned, he would take Fong Ping's cultivation method and then throw this bastard far away. In the future, Sino Nation's catacombs would completely seal him off. As for how his strength would improve without the catacombs, nonsense. If this kid had a cultivation method and did not lack imperishable substances, he could improve rapidly by cultivating in seclusion. It would also prevent him from causing some big trouble. Right now, this guy was hated by everyone. He was more annoying than Li Jun. At least he had the corresponding strength. Others would not dare to provoke him. However, this kid was a rank 7 martial artist. He did not have the strength to crush everything. Who else would he kill if not him? Li Jun talked about Zhang Tao. Very soon, Zhang Tao returned. Not only Zhang Tao, but Nan Yunyue also returned. As soon as she returned, she quickly gathered everyone for a meeting. In the side hall, Zhang Tao waited for Fang Ping to enter the door. He chuckled. Not bad at all. You're famous. You're famous. I won't be able to protect you in the future. Good luck. Don't. Fang Ping looked helpless. He cried out, Minister, don't you know who I'm doing this for? It's for everyone, for humanity, for Sino Nation. Why does it seem like it's my fault now? I'm so wronged. Zhang Tao chuckled. You can't say that. I didn't ask you to scold King Huai in the catacombs, did I? You were the one who insisted on scolding him. King Huai was so angry that he almost vomited blood. I didn't ask you to say that you were resurrected from a paragon, did I? You insisted on saying that you even shouted Paragon Strike. I didn't ask you to say that there are patriarchs in the catacombs, did I? You insisted on saying that you even contacted 9 Paragon patriarchs. As Zhang Tao said this, the powerhouses present could not help but laugh. This kid put on such a cool act before. Was he scared now? Fang Ping could be considered to have created history by putting a rank 7 on the wanted list in the 108 catacombs territories. It was unprecedented. Fang Ping said gloomily, Didn't I do that to attract King Huai's hatred? Otherwise, how could I make King Huai send people to kill me? Enough! Zhang Tao pressed his hands together and did not continue this topic. He said casually, Don't enter the catacombs. Don't go abroad. What's the big deal? In Sino Nation, you can't die. Fang Ping's expression was ugly. If he did not enter the catacombs, where would he get wealth? Without wealth, how could he cultivate quickly? Without wealth, who knew how many people here would have died? Zhang Tao ignored him. He also felt that Fang Ping needed more time to cultivate. After saying this, Zhang Tao looked around and said, This time, King Huai lost the forbidden catacombs. Before this, he had already moved away the giant mine and all the high-rank martial artists, but left tens of millions of catacombs humans. These tens of millions of people are a big problem. This is also the first time we have such an experience. It's different from the Tian'an catacombs. The catacombs in Tian'an catacombs did not give up. Instead, there were restrictions. High-rank martial artists were not allowed to fight. But here, since these people have been abandoned, it means that they can be killed at will. However, tens of millions of catacombs humans, do they really have to be slaughtered? Kill. Many catacombs humans are ordinary people, completely unaware of this. There are many infants and young children. Martial artists of our generation, even if they are not of the same race, must have different intentions. Even if we can take it seriously, can a group of ordinary catacombs humans do anything to us? If we don't kill tens of millions of people in the catacombs, how can we make the forbidden catacombs our territory? We must not be soft-hearted. In a race war, if we really want to kill, then we can do it. But tens of millions of people, we still need to be careful. Once the catacombs powerhouse's hatred is aroused, all the cities in the 108 outer regions will mourn. Then we'll be in trouble. Zhang Tao talked about the pros and cons for a while, then looked at everyone and asked, What do you think? Everyone looked at each other. After a long time, Tianmu said in a muffled voice, I only carry out the military department's orders. The commander has the final say. Li Jun glanced at him. You say that I have the final say at this time? I've never seen you so obedient usually. After thinking for a moment, Li Jun said, How about this? Since all the high-ranked martial artists have been taken away, then the middle-ranked martial artists, all the rank 6 will be killed. When he said this, Fang Ping somewhat admired this person's decisiveness. Commander Li was quite good at making decisions at critical moments. Actually, in the Forbidden Catacombs, Other than one city, the other 11 cities had never fought with humans before. However, at this time, Li Jin said he would kill them without hesitation. Of course, Fong Ping could not be bothered with this. He had never been too concerned about things that had nothing to do with him. Li Jin continued, arrest all rank 4 and 5 martial artists. Send some to Tian'an catacombs, and some for human research. Li Jun said coldly, didn't Tian'an catacombs high-ranked martial artists not participate in the war? Then send these middle-ranked martial artists in. I want to see if they will fight for resources and territory, or if they will be absorbed, or if they want to invade the human world. I'm guessing that in order to fight for resources and territory, they are more likely to fight among themselves. Of course, this is just a test. A portion of the 3 lower ranks martial artists will be banished from the royal city to be responsible for pioneering and exploring. A portion will be gathered in the forbidden catacombs to build a real martial artist city for human martial artists to train. In the past, it was difficult for the 3 lower ranks martial artists to have the opportunity to train in the various catacombs. The evil sect martial artists have also begun to decrease in the past 2 years. The 3 lower ranks martial artists lack actual combat experience. Even if there are sacrifices, we must create a batch of promising talents. As for the large number of normal catacombs humans, they are responsible for mining and planting medicinal herbs. But there are still too many. As Li Jin spoke, Zhang Tao smiled. Simple. Throw them into the restricted area. Open the passageway and send away most of the normal catacombs humans. Whether the restricted area kills or banishes them or doesn't care, that has nothing to do with us. Dead or alive, we didn't kill them. Not every martial artist in the catacombs doesn't care about these normal catacombs humans. If the monster plant's royal court doesn't handle it well, it may cause some trouble. That's the general arrangement. What do you guys think? No objections. The ministers can make the decision. No one had any objections. Zhang Tao smiled. Then it's settled. Tomorrow, everyone will enter the forbidden catacombs and start to deal with post-war matters. Kill rank 6, capture rank 4 and 5 martial artists, and throw them into the Tian'an catacombs. Banish the normal catacombs humans and create a relatively safe place for Sino Nation's 3 lower ranks martial artists to train. The few of them settled it in a few words, without any hesitation. After saying that, Zhang Tao smiled again. Elder Nan has advanced to Paragon. Congratulations! Sino Nation has given birth to the 15th Desperation Stage martial artist. It's worth celebrating. Everyone congratulated Nan Yunyue. Nan Yunyue responded with a smile. She was in a good mood. Nan Yunyue was in a good mood. She asked casually, did I get anything from the rank 9 I killed earlier? In the crowd, the National Garrison Commander of the Detective Department, Zhong Qinghuan, glanced at Fong Ping and Li Changxing and said, Fong Ping and Li Changxing are keeping that life extinguishment flower. When Zhong Qinghuan said this, he glared at Li Changxing. There was no other reason. This bastard had snatched her life extinguishment flower. Otherwise, Nan Yunyue had killed the rank 9 monster plants. Now that she had advanced to Paragon, plus she already had a rank 9 divine weapon, she would not need this. The biggest possibility was that he had given it to her. However, this bastard Li Changxing had snatched it from her hands. Nan Yunyue's smile froze. He took it away just like that? That was really fast. Zhang Tao smiled and did not say anything. It was good that he had taken it away. If it was with Nan Yunyue, he could forget about it. However, if it was with Fong Ping, then he could think about it. On the side of the education department, there were also a few rank 9 powerhouses. Beigong Yin, the Wusan Army's commander, and Xie Yifan, the deputy minister of the education department. The education department currently had this configuration: 1 paragon and 2 rank 9s. On the side of the detective department, there was 1 paragon and 1 rank 9 commander, Zhong Qinghuan. The military would be much more powerful. Paragon Li Jun, rank 9 Tianmu, Wuxian Li Daong, as well as Commander Zhou from the military department who was guarding outside the battlefield. The 3 departments in Paragon had a total of 10 rank 9 powerhouses. As for the four main guard manners, the two northeast guard manners had four rank 9s on the list. Powerhouses who were not on the list, such as Chun Yaozu and Qin Shi, were also from the guard manners. The two southwest guard manners were slightly weaker. Only the deputy and the principal were rank 9. On the Sino Nation list, there were 36 rank 9 powerhouses. Axe King died in battle, so there were actually 35. There were 18 rank 9s from the 3 departments and 4 manners on the list, more than half. Besides, people like Wu Quishan, Fan Haiping, and Fang Yu could actually be considered as people from the 3 departments and 4 manners. Old Zhang was calculating these things in his heart, wondering if he could get more benefits from Fang Ping. Currently, the rank 9 in the Department of Education, Xie Yifan, did not even have a rank 9 divine weapon. Thinking about it, Zhang Tao was not in a hurry to say it. He quickly changed the topic, saying, "I'm preparing to have someone rearrange the rank 9 list." As soon as he said that, in the crowd, the faces of the two presidents of the Martial Arts Association turned purple. At this time, when we were talking about business, you want to rearrange the list? What do you mean? Do you insist on being number 1? Zhang Tao did not care about what they were thinking. He smiled and said, "At this point, some things should not continue. Axe King Xing Kaiwen's name should go." After Axe King died in battle, his family did not even dare to hold a funeral. To be honest, we have let these people down. But the situation was like that. We had no choice. We cannot let the situation become unstable. This time I thought about the ranking. Senior Qin Yaozu, Yu, and Senior Qin Shi will be on the list. Family Head Jiang, Yu, Family Head Wei, Family Head Su, and Family Head Li will all be on the list. With that, even without Axe King, there were 41 rank 9 martial artists. Previously, there were only 33 people in the rank 9 ranking list. Later, the number increased, and now there are 41 people. This can also reduce the panic caused by the death of the Axe King. Zhang Tao sighed. Do the same for the other rank 7 and 8 powerhouses who died in battle. For these people, their families don't even dare to publicly announce that their family members have passed away. They know their hardships. They still have to force a smile when facing outsiders. It's not easy. Letting the dead shoulder the responsibility is also our incompetence. Zhang Tao's words made everyone feel a little upset. The reason the dead were included in the list was not to show that these heroes were not forgotten, but to prove the weakness of humanity. Even after these people died in battle, they still had to bear the responsibility. Hearing this, the two presidents of the Martial Arts Association hurriedly nodded. They had misunderstood Minister Zhang. Zhang Tao ignored them. Finally, he said, "Even if we win the Battle of Forbidden City, there's no need to make a big fuss about it. As everyone knows, this is a matter that involves tens of millions of catacombs humans. At this time, some people might want to promote the idea of equality for all, but I couldn't be bothered to waste my energy to deal with them. Everyone, go back and have a good rest. Those who need to recuperate, get some rest." Before he finished speaking, Fang Ping asked curiously, "Seniors, you aren't hurt, are you?" As soon as this was said, everyone was speechless. Yes, they were not hurt because their injuries had healed. However, they believed that Fang Ping was not really curious, but had ulterior motives. As expected, the next moment Fang Ping sighed. "It's a pity. I risked my life to go to the Land of Boundaries and fought hundreds of rounds with the monsters in the Land of Boundaries. I was beaten to the point that my golden body collapsed a few times. Even my core materialization was destroyed. This time, I obtained some opportunities in the Land of Boundaries." As he said that, Fang Ping displayed his materialization. Looking at the gold house that was no longer recognizable, some of the grandmasters in the crowd changed their expressions slightly. Before this, they thought that Fang Ping was joking. At this moment, these grandmaster powerhouses' expressions changed again and again. Fang Ping's gold house had a great reputation. After the battle in Sky Gate City, many people knew about it. They did not expect that even his gold house would be destroyed. Soon, in the crowd, Tian Mu sighed. "I can't return the imperishable substance that I borrowed previously. I don't have the money either. Don't worry, when I earn enough, I'll return it together with the divine weapon from before." Fong Ping's things did not come for nothing. Seeing his materialization in this state, and thinking about how this fellow did not even have time to repair his materialization before coming to the forbidden catacombs to rescue everyone, many grandmasters were ashamed. Previously, they even had the thought of reneging on the dead. They were really too ashamed to face anyone. Fong Ping smiled. Senior Tian, it was 100 billion previously. Let's change it now. This time, you've used up a lot of imperishable substance. Let's make it 200 billion. Tian Mu smiled bitterly. He did not hesitate. Very quickly, he took Fong Ping's IOU and revised it. Senior Wu, what do you say? Wu Chuan said helplessly, I can't pay it back. You know me. In order to exchange for the divine weapon previously, I handed over all my assets. All at first, 100 billion. I didn't use that much. The imperishable substance is not a matter of money. Wu Chuan was speechless. He wrote the IOU without a word. Fong Ping did not put away his broken gold house. Instead, he smashed it on Zhang Weiyu's face. Zhang Weiyu was speechless. He began to write the IOU silently. I don't have money either. Putting aside the fact that he risked his life to rescue them, he almost had his materialization crushed. Under such circumstances, they were all unscathed, but Fong Ping was seriously injured. How could he renege on the dead? Zhang Tao and the few other paragons watched, not saying a word. Li Hansong's admiration was at its peak. Look, I knew that these people would not renege on the dead. As expected, I was right. Amazing. P.S. Sorry, don't wait. I'll update the third chapter at around 2:00 tonight. The updates have been unstable for the past few days. Please remember this book's original domain name. Nine Heavens Divine Emperor Mobile Version Website. Chapter 682. Brother Tian, 200 billion. Brother Wu, 100 billion. Guardian Zhang, 100 billion. Deputy Commander Li, 100 billion. Leader Zhang, 100 billion. Grandmaster Wang Yu, 100 billion. Elder Fan, 100 billion. Fong Ping counted the IOUs one by one. Rank 9 that started at 100 billion. More than 10 rank 9s had all written IOUs. Rank 8s were much less, ranging from tens of billions. Rank 7s about 10 billion. Many of these people had written IOUs because of the divine weapon incident last time. This time, it was even more. The final calculation was close to 3 trillion. Fong Ping kept these IOUs and suddenly looked at Nan Yunyue. Nan Yunyue was a little uneasy. Fong Ping chuckled. Chief Nan, it's actually just a hobby. You know that I especially like to collect these. You see, Nan Yunyue was helpless. Yes, it could only be considered a hobby. Just the Grandmaster's present already owed a huge sum of 3 trillion. Where could they return it? This was not real money. It was equivalent resources. 3 trillion, 30 rank, 9 divine weapons. Where could they find it? Fong Ping said it was a hobby. For a moment, many Grandmasters were really ashamed. There was no other way. They were short of money and could not afford to return it. They could only be debtors for once. Nan Yunyue sighed and said, How much? Up to you. Fill in a number. 3 to 5 trillion is not too little. Nan Yunyue sighed again. She did not waste time and filled in a 3 trillion IOU. Fong Ping took it, grinning from ear to ear. He had gotten his first Paragon IOU. As for old Zhang, this shameless guy had taken away many of his things. He never wrote IOUs. Zhang Tao saw this and coughed softly. All right, everyone else can go out. Fong Ping, you guys stay. Paragons also needed their dignity. How did this kid Fong Ping cultivate? After they left, he could not ask Nan Yunyue for the IOU. Did he have to ask in front of everyone? If he did not give face, he would suffer sooner or later. After the others left, seeing that Li Chongqing was still there, Zhang Tao did not say anything. Now that Li Chongqing was not here, Fong Ping still had to say it later. Ignoring old man Li, Zhang Tao asked, Did you really enter the bounded domain? Minister, you didn't know? Fong Ping said in surprise, Didn't you call that senior? I even introduced myself, but before I could finish, you disconnected. Zhang Tao's face darkened. Do you really think I'm a god? How am I supposed to make a call when we're separated by a domain? That was the self-reaction of the split body, equivalent to a predetermined program. If you don't use it and don't destroy it, I can still feel some things when I take it back. In the end, it was destroyed by you. How would I know what is going on? Fong Ping understood now. So that was how it was. Fong Ping chuckled. It's all right, Minister. I've added on a self-introduction for you, saying that you're the guardian of humanity. The seniors in the bounded boundaries are quite happy. I was so happy that I imparted the cultivation technique to you. So, strictly speaking, this cultivation technique is still mine, Zhang Tao added. His words almost choked Fong Ping to death. Zhang Tao seemed to know what he wanted to say. He smiled and said, let's not talk about other things first. Let's talk about us. If I make a move, I'll give you 1 trillion. You don't have any objections, do you? Previously, Imperial Sea Mountain, the 3 of us at the pinnacle acted for you with our true bodies. It's not too much, is it? That's 7 trillion. However, you did it to save everyone, so your contribution is still very big. But they also wrote you an IOU, so the imperishable substance is considered even. For your contribution this time, I'll reward you 2 trillion. 2 trillion, 20 rank, 9 divine weapons. This is probably Sino Nation's biggest reward. Based on this, you still owe us 5 trillion. As for Ji Yao's rank, 9 divine weapon, the perishment blossoms that Nan Yunue killed, and the imperishable essence, you can hand them over first. Let's make it 1 trillion. You've overestimated the value of these things. I've already tacitly agreed that they're yours. You should be satisfied with this. Nan Yunue's 3 trillion. I've returned it on her behalf. Based on this, you still owe me 1 trillion. However, you've also taken a risk in the bounded boundaries. You've even saved a few people from the Chen family. Guardian Chen helped out previously, so half of the cost is considered free. Based on this, we're even. Zhang Tao laughed. Give me the divine weapons and the perishment blossoms. Fong Ping was dumbfounded. This accounting, Li Zhen was also extremely impressed. Evil people needed evil people to deal with them. Look, after old Zhang came back, with just a few words, this bastard Fong Ping was scared out of his wits. Zhang Tao even knew that Fong Ping might use the cultivation method to scheme. As soon as Fong Ping's voice fell, he had already set up an ambush. That cultivation method was actually passed on to him. He was just using Fong Ping to pass it on to him. Fong Ping's expression darkened. Li Hansong and the rest did not say a word. They sat and watched the 2 great villains fight. Fong Ping wanted to say more, but Zhang Tao said sternly, actually, I've let go of a profitable deal previously. 12 giant mines, a bunch of rank 9 divine weapons, a true king's ultimate art for me to choose. I just want your life. Fong Ping, I'm not trying to scare you. This is the condition that King Huai and the rest offered. Think about it. If I sell you, won't I not be short of resources at all? So, this time's loss, you have to share half of it. That's 6 giant mines. Fong Ping was so angry that his face turned purple. So, I still owe you a few trillion? However, you're a hero. I've always treated you like my grandson. No matter what, I won't do such a thing. Zhang Tao sighed and said, it's a pity that I can't do it alone. Can I hold up the sky for you all by myself? Zhang Tao sighed and said, no matter how strong I am, what can I do if I fight 1 against 3 or 5? Even if I kill 3 or 5 true kings, what can I do? Now, only when everyone is like a dragon and everyone is strong can there be a chance to resist the catacombs and save your life. Zhang Tao sighed and said, forget it. In order to save you, tell me in detail about the bounded domain first. We'll discuss the cultivation method later and see if it's useful. As for the debt, it's just a joke. You said that I'm the guardian of mankind, so it's only natural that I protect you. Fong Ping was about to cry. He was so touched. Old Zhang really knows how to talk. How shameless. I didn't even offer a price. You've already said everything that needs to be said. What else can I do now? To think that I thought you were short-sighted and that a price of 1 trillion was nothing. You've been waiting for me all along. This impromptu strength. I can't even refute it. Seeing Fong Ping's expression, everyone sighed. The older, the wiser. Zhang Tao won. Of course, the key was still strength because Fong Ping could not speak now. Yes, he could not speak. Even the touched look on his face was fake. It was forced out. F***CK. I'm convinced. I'm really convinced. At this moment, Fong Ping was completely convinced. There was only one way to deal with old Zhang, and that was to beat him up. Otherwise, even if you could out-talk him, he could make you speechless. This was strength. This was too much. After a while, Fong Ping could speak again. His expression was a little listless. He said gloomily, "Minister, don't do this next time." Zhang Tao did not seem to understand. He said impatiently, "Get to the point." Fong Ping had no choice but to start narrating. More than 10 minutes later, Zhang Tao frowned. "You didn't see anyone?" "No. To be able to trigger a reaction from my split body, he must have the strength of a peak. It's hard to say if he's alive," Zhang Tao said casually. Beside him, Li Jun replied, "That's right. It's hard to say if he's alive. He might even be." Inextinguishable mentality, Nan Yunyue said lightly. "You guys already know that as long as his mentality is not extinguished, he is not considered dead. When we kill the catacombs martial artists, we have to destroy their mentality. If a powerhouse's physical body is destroyed, but his mentality is not extinguished, at this time he can actually reform his physical body. Of course, if his physical body is completely destroyed, he will only be left with an inextinguishable mentality. At this time, it will be difficult to recover." Li Jun said again, "But the existence of mentality means that there is still hope for recovery." Lake of Eternity. Lake of Eternity may actually be the place these people use to recover their physical bodies, or even, Li Jun hesitated for a moment, or even the Lake of Eternity may be some of the inextinguishable substances left behind after their physical bodies died. They did not come back to life. Instead, they went into hibernation and recovery, waiting to recover their strongest combat strength. The few peerless powerhouses were experienced and knowledgeable. In a moment, they had sorted out these matters. Zhang Tao also nodded slightly. That coercion might be mentality coercion. It could also be origin Dao coercion. This is hard to confirm, but it's actually the same. Origin Dao coercion and mentality coercion are fundamentally different, but it can be controlled autonomously. This means that this half-dead powerhouse exists with a consciousness. Actually, I've thought about it before. It should be like this. In this way, some things can be explained. As he said this, he glanced at Li Jun. If there really was such an intelligent creature in the boundary zone, then even if the origins of the elders of Startown were unknown, the martial arts inheritance might have a root. Previously, he did not know too much. He only knew some insider information. It was Li Jun, the trader of Startown, who told him. But Li Jun might not know too much. Now that Fong Ping and the others had personally experienced it and proved some things, it could be used as evidence. Zhang Tao suddenly sighed. "Thank you, seniors, for not forgetting the survival of humanity. But why did you not let humans enter before? So much so that," Li Jun said softly, "it might not be that they were not allowed to enter. Perhaps they had truly entered a dormant period before." As soon as these words came out, Zhang Tao reacted. He murmured, "That's true. It's been so many years. If they were repairing their bodies before, then they might have truly entered a period of nirvana. No wonder you did not encounter such a situation when you entered before. It seems that their period of awakening is not continuous. Before, we can only say that they were unlucky. Those who entered did not encounter the seniors who awakened." As soon as he said this, Zhang Tao humphed. "Since they are awake, the danger is not great. Then how did that person die?" Li Jun did not speak. Nan Yunyue said calmly, "Coveting the second path, coveting the origin, coveting the pure, immortal substance of the new body, coveting everything. Then there is an explanation. But some things, let the past be the past." At this moment, the several people confirmed many things. In the boundary zone, if coercion existed, then it meant that the danger was not great. The coercion of the boundary zone was actually only to drive some people away and kill the catacombs martial artists. They did not necessarily have the heart to kill humans. Previously, Qin Fengqing and Li Hansong accidentally entered. Perhaps this was the case. Fang Ping actually understood a lot of things. He said suddenly, if that's the case, when Qin Fengqing and the others were thrown out, them? Zhang Tao smiled faintly. Didn't you say that only Qin Fengqing had entered before? Fang Ping was embarrassed. How long had it been? How could he still remember? Now he was picking on his loophole. Ignoring old Zhang, Fang Ping calculated. If that's the case, it might be because everyone did not have mentality projection at that time, so they could not accept the inheritance and were thrown out. If I had known this would happen, what a pity. I should have gone in and tried that day. Zhang Tao said again, you? How could you enter? Although the boundary zone may not have the intention to harm people, it definitely has the intention to guard against people. Those who are not descendants of the boundary zone or disciples should not be able to enter it. Fang Ping, you said you entered Xuanda Grotto Heaven. You can enter Su Ling Grotto Heaven too. Kid, don't you think it's time for you to say something? Fang Ping said, without batting an eyelid, before I was resurrected, I should have gathered the strengths of hundreds of schools and learned their cultivation methods. Or these cultivation methods. The cultivation methods of different boundaries could all originate from me. This will depend on when I am a reincarnated martial artist. If I was in front of the boundary zone, then it means that all the boundary zone came from my inheritance. If I was in front of the boundary zone, then it means that I was a genius in the past, integrating the strengths of hundreds of schools. Minister, are you satisfied with this explanation? Zhang Tao smiled. Satisfied, very satisfied. You are the Celestial Emperor. Naturally, you are omnipotent. Inheriting from you is also reasonable. Li Zhen and Nan Yunyue felt like they were listening to a heavenly book. These two fellows, could they talk about this? Could they even explain it? As expected, Zhang Tao did not pursue this matter anymore. He smiled and said, you went to the boundary zone, and this time, you did collect a lot of useful information for us. You were the person involved, so I won't hide it from you. There might really be some powerhouses in the boundary zone, but they should be the half-crippled and half-dead kind. Actually, they can't leave the boundary zone, or if they do, they might be targeted and their origin devoured. In order to protect themselves, these powerhouses sealed off the boundary zone, but I believe that they still care about humans and have made a lot of sacrifices for this. Perhaps for more than 2,000 years, it was mainly these people who were protecting us. Of course, I dare not be sure, and I have no way of confirming it. I think you have also heard some things. The old ancestors of Star Town maybe are their successors. I still dare not be sure about this. But now, there is no need to look into this. The news you brought back has given us a lot of hope and expectation. These seniors might really be completely resurrected, otherwise you might not be able to see them this time. After the resurrection, humans will have some more top powerhouses. Of course, we must also be prepared. We can't always think of things as good as we can, Zhang Tao said a lot. Fang Ping listened attentively. After he finished, he said, there are a total of 8 intact boundary zones in Sino Nation. Does this mean that there are still 8 seniors still alive? Maybe. As Zhang Tao said that, he suddenly looked deeply at Li Zhen and said lightly, the place that Li Zhen went to in the past, there is no longer any pressure. Of course, he did not manage to explore to the end. The boundary zone is still sealed, which means that it might not be resurrected, but it still exists. It might have already been resurrected, or even come back to life. Fang Ping's pupil shrank. Li Zhen said in a low voice, Zhang Tao, don't make wild guesses. Zhang Tao laughed. It's nothing to make wild guesses. Let's not talk about this. Fang Ping, I told you all this because I hope that you will understand more. Fang Ping suddenly said, do the seniors know how to take over bodies? Get lost. Zhang Tao suddenly scolded. He was speechless. You have nothing better to do. Stop reading all these strange stories. Take over? When a desperation realms mentality enters your body, it is not taking over, but you will explode. Take over. If I die, my mentality will not be extinguished. With your weak physique, why would I want to come? In this time, my own mentality can give birth to a body that is the same as my origin. What use do I have for you? To think that you can think of it, and to think that you are a rank 7 martial artist. Can mentality and physique of different origins fuse? Nonsense. Zhang Tao scolded for a while, then scolded, read less of these things in the future. Don't let your imagination run wild and scare yourself. Martial artists only cultivate themselves, not the other way. Those who walk the second way have no other choice. Otherwise, they will not walk it. There is only one way among all paths. This is the essence of cultivation. Li Changxing's unification of 10,000 paths is in line with this philosophy. Unfortunately, his unification of 10,000 paths is not complete. This is why his vitality is constantly draining away. He was a powerful genius, but now he has become a complete waste. Old man Li was just beside him. He humped when he heard that, saying slowly, "I killed 2 rank 9s. Zhang Tao snorted, saying lightly, "I can find the Catacombs King to exchange for the life essence and imperishable substances that you spent for 2 rank 9s, dead or alive. Do you believe me?" Old man Li looked embarrassed. There was nothing wrong with what he said. With the Catacombs King's character, if he really wanted to exchange, the probability of him agreeing was not small. Old man Li was devastated. He was a little listless. Old Zhang's ability to cut people's hearts was much better than Fang Ping's. Fang Ping had never thought about this. Look at old Zhang. As expected, evil people will be tortured by evil people. At this moment, Li Jun and Nan Yunhua laughed. No matter how much the troublemakers of martial arts universities tried, when it came to Zhang Tao, they would be put out after 3, 2, 1. Old schemer Zhang Tao. This nickname was not wrong. Compared to Zhang Tao, these people were still a little green. Li Hansong and the rest were silent. If they did not speak, Fang Ping and Old Man Li, these 2 powerful people, were no match for him. It was better for them not to speak and ask for abuse. Zhang Tao was not in the mood to attack them. These are all off topic. Let's not talk about it for now. Bring us the animal skin book and the crystal book first. As for the cultivation methods that you and Li Hansong have memorized, it's not too late to talk about it later. Fang Ping did not speak. Seeing that Li Jun seemed to be laughing at him, he snorted in his heart and threw a piece of paper straight at Zhang Tao. Zhang Tao glanced at it, then glanced at Li Jun. "Where's the book?" Li Jun. Bang. Without another word, Li Jun slapped Fang Ping directly into the ground. He had tolerated this bastard for too long. Now, he had to beat him up. "Where's the book?" "Here it is." Fang Ping did not hesitate either. All the books appeared immediately. He felt an inexplicable sadness in his heart. His strength was not as good as others. If he was a paragon, with this piece of paper, he could trick Li Jun until he cried. Now, the paragon did not reason with him. He only asked if he would take it out or not. "Old Zhang, Li Jun, these 2 paragons bullied me." Fang Ping glanced at Nan Yunhua from the corner of his eye. "I did you a big favor, but you did not even offer to help." The 3 of them ignored him and started reading their books. Of course, Zhang Tao did something sneaky. He kept the piece of paper directly and did not return it to Li Jun. Perhaps he was planning to blackmail Li Jun later. Beside him, Li Hansong sighed. Today, Fang Ping was completely defeated. He had worshipped Fang Ping before. Now that he thought about it, strength was still the most important. Strength was the way of the king. No, domineering. No matter how good his mouth was, it was still just a mouth. Think about it. Fang Ping had it so bad. He was wanted by the catacombs, bullied by old Zhang, slapped into the ground by Li Jun. Forget it. In the future, he would focus on martial arts and become stronger. He did not need to learn Fang Ping's tricks. Fang Ping ignored him and looked at Old Man Li. "You're not going to help me?" Li Changxing closed his eyes and rested. "Don't look at me. It's useless to look at you. You're in trouble now. I can't handle it anymore. You're always talking about paragons. I'm already so old. I don't want to be buried with you." After an unknown amount of time, Zhang Tao said softly, "I've underestimated the martial artists of the ancient martial era. They have their own specialties. They might not be stronger than us in combat, but some of their tricks are not weak. At least, we can't create a seal like the one in the bounded zone. If we could put it at the entrance of the catacombs. That would be much easier. What a pity. Minister, stop lamenting. What are these books talking about? Some basic knowledge, including the cultivation methods of the 3 middle ranks and 3 lower ranks. It's useless even if you know this. The useful ones are those crystal books. Out of the 10 crystal books, 6 are martial arts-related knowledge, and the other 4 are relatively important information. Fong Ping was speechless. Fong Ping was speechless. If I remember correctly, these 2 are all about gossip. Was that important? Zhang Tao ignored him and continued. The 6 crystal books record in detail the future cultivation paths of rank 6 martial artists. After rank 6, how should we go? First, normal cultivation, which is to cultivate mentality and physique at the same time. Second, focus on cultivating mentality, with the physique as a supplement. Third, focus on cultivating the physique, with mentality as a supplement. Fourth, unite all paths, which is Li Chongqing's path. This is the cultivation method of a genius. Rank 6 golden body is at least comparable to the strength of a first refinement golden body. Use the golden body to fuse mentality, completely fusing mentality into the golden body. Fifth, unite all paths, which is also the path of a genius. Before rank 7, mentality materializes and vitality force fuses with mentality. In other words, vitality force is converted into mentality, and mentality is mainly used for attacking. Zhang Tao glanced at Yao Qingjun and Fong Ping, saying, if both of you lived in the ancient martial era, you should be able to take this path. What about the last path? Zhang Tao pondered for a moment, saying, the last one. I'm not too sure. The book doesn't explain it very clearly. In general, it's to cultivate the internal and then the external, with the internal as the main and the external as a supplement. Zhang Tao gave a brief explanation, saying, the book's introduction is actually quite simple. This is also just a choice for rank 6 martial artists. Let's see which path the rank 6 martial artists will choose in the end. If they choose, then it's settled. The book does have some ways to help you walk this path. This is still quite useful for middle-ranked martial artists. Xuan de Grotto Heaven is very inclusive, listing all the cultivation methods. Unlike Li Jun, who brought back useless books. Zhang Tao said, giving Li Jun a blow. He continued, Xuan de Grotto Heaven gave its disciples 6 cultivation methods. This means that they might have all kinds of cultivation methods. Beside him, Li Jun frowned slightly. In my opinion, Xuan de Grotto Heaven may not be as strong as other Grotto Heavens. Too many means not being proficient, not being focused. Zhang Tao. Actually, I'd rather Xuan de Grotto Heaven only have 1 cultivation method. Zhang Tao sighed softly. Naturally, he knew this. However, things had come to this. Was he still going to be picky? In the next moment, Zhang Tao looked at Fong Ping and Li Hansong, saying in a low voice, both of you might have inherited 2 different cultivation methods, or maybe 2 of the 6 paths. Fong Ping was instantly overjoyed. There was no other reason. At that time, he was looking for a cultivation method that combined 10,000 paths into one. However, logically speaking, old Yao should have obtained a cultivation method that specialized in mentality. Why did he not? Could it be that the senior in the bounded domain was not a powerhouse in this aspect? Xuan de Grotto Heaven's powerhouse, who specialized in mentality cultivation methods, had fallen? At this moment, Fong Ping had a bad feeling. Li Hansong might have obtained a cultivation method that specialized in the physique. This could be seen from the test. The senior in Xuan de Grotto Heaven might have been a powerhouse who specialized in the physique. No matter what, Fong Ping still hoped that it would be effective. Even if Xuan de Grotto Heaven's cultivation method might not be the strongest in everyone's eyes, at this moment, Fong Ping did not need it to be the strongest. In fact, the cultivation of the cultivation method still needed a hint. Grasping this hint, the few paragons present might be able to deduce a more powerful and focused cultivation method. Please remember this book's original domain name. 9 Heavens Divine Emperor Mobile Version website. Chapter 683. In the side hall, Zhang Tao and the others settled these chores first. Soon, the three Desperation Realms looked at Fong Ping and Li Hansong at the same time. Cultivation methods. Core cultivation methods. This was the most important thing. It was also what the Apex really valued. Other things, be it a rank 9 divine weapon or an imperishable substance, these people did not care about it for themselves, but for others. Cultivation methods, on the other hand, were hard to say. The martial artists of the neo-martial era relied on the methods of honing to forcefully cultivate to the apex. This kind of achievement had never been seen before. The most basic cultivation method allowed these people to advance to the apex in just a few decades, entering the realm of the apex powerhouses even in the ancient martial era. As for the more advanced cultivation methods like Fong Ping, they had a short time. Even the apex could not cultivate and waste a lot of time deducing and experimenting at the same time. The three of them looked at Fong Ping and Li Hansong. Fong Ping glanced at Li Hansong and said quickly, "Ask about the Iron Head cultivation method first. If there's an accident, he'll be a little more stubborn." Li Hansong smiled foolishly. Beside him, Old Man Li kicked Fong Ping. In fact, there were some things that everyone knew in their hearts. Being stubborn was just an excuse. Fong Ping did not actually care about the cultivation method, but he was worried that if the cultivation method was destroyed, Old Man Li would not have a chance. As for the other cultivation methods, if they were gone, so be it. Even if the mentality cultivation method was gone, it was not a big deal. If the myriad unification cultivation method was gone, then Old Man Li could only continue in this state. Once he lost Fong Ping's support, he would die at any time. Li Hansong laughed foolishly and said, "Then I'll go first. This cultivation method, I think it's a little troublesome to say it out loud. It's a long tongue twister. I think it's more convenient to use mentality to communicate. Minister, should I use mentality to communicate with you?" As soon as he said this, Zhang Tao smiled. Then there's some hope. Ancient martial artists pay a lot of attention to cultivation methods. The powerhouse's cultivation methods are only passed down to the core disciples. They won't be recorded in books. Mentality transmission is more in line with this. As he said this, Zhang Tao was slightly nervous. He took a deep breath and said, "Li Jun, Nan Yunyue, both of you be careful. Ancient martial artists have many tricks up their sleeves. Later, when Li Hansong passes down the cultivation method, both of you keep an eye on his mentality and protect his core item to prevent any accidents." Both of them nodded. The atmosphere in the side chamber instantly became tense. It was really stagnant. At this moment, Fong Ping felt extremely pressured. The three paragons were all ready to strike. The invisible pressure pressed down on him so hard that he could barely breathe. The few paragons were all like that. This made Fong Ping understand even more clearly how important cultivation techniques were. "Begin!" The smile on Zhang Tao's face was gone, replaced by a serious expression. "Tell me everything without missing a single word." Before he could finish, Li Hansong's psychic energy gushed out and surged towards him. The corner of Zhang Tao's mouth twitched. Why is this kid so impatient? I'm not done yet. Although he was cursing, Zhang Tao also quickly released his spiritual force and contacted Li Hansong. Li Jun and the other man were vigilantly watching Li Hansong's spiritual fluctuations, worried that the ancient martial arts practitioner would set some restrictions. Modern martial artists did not have many methods to restrict martial artists. At most, his mental strength could suppress and imprison him for a moment, but after a period of time, his mental strength would naturally dissipate. However, ancient martial art practitioners were able to create a domain that even the pinnacle feared. This was the difference between the two sides. Fong Ping kept his eyes on Li Hansong. At this moment, he did not dare to use his mentality to test anything, just in case something unexpected happened. However, the cultivation technique transmission was relatively calm. After about 10 minutes, Zhang Tao slowly retracted his mentality. Li Hansong also looked relaxed. He grinned and said, "It's fine. Thank you, senior." Zhang Tao ignored him and saluted in the direction of West Mountain. He sighed slightly in relief. There are no restrictions. It is indeed a cultivation technique inheritance. It seems that the senior from Xuan de Grotto has already prepared to transmit it. I'm impressed. Zhang Tao sighed. He was indeed impressed. Ancient martial artists attached great importance to cultivation technique inheritance. They were not martial artists of the neo-martial era and had not experienced everything in the neo-martial era. To spread one's cultivation technique was something that could not be done without great courage. Li Jun and the others also saluted in the direction of West Mountain. Soon, Li Jun asked, "What cultivation technique is it?" "Golden Body 9 forging techniques." Before Zhang Tao could finish, everyone's expression changed. Li Jun and Nan Yunhua obviously looked disappointed. Golden Body 9 forging techniques. As soon as they heard the name, both of them knew that it was related to the cultivation of the golden body or the cultivation of the physique. However, this was not what they wanted. Even if they had some guesses before, when it really happened, everyone still felt an indescribable feeling in their hearts. Zhang Tao laughed. "What's wrong? It's just a name. Why don't you think about it? Since I'm teaching you how to perform the Golden Body 9 forging, there must be a way to increase the strength of your golden body and a way to cultivate the imperishable substance. Otherwise, how do you forge the golden body?" It's true. At this moment, everyone was excited. Even Li Jun and Nan Yunhua were so excited that the chairs they were sitting on broke into pieces. However, considering that there were still a few juniors around, the chairs reformed in the blink of an eye. Fong Ping glanced at them and snickered in his heart. It seemed like there were also times when they lost control of their strength. If they had the ability to solidify the chairs, they would have solidified the chairs. Otherwise, they would still shatter. Once solidified, it would be a treasure. He would have to take it away later. Fong Ping decided that he would keep his eyes on these two chairs after the event. If the two paragons cared about their pride, they might solidify them. Ignoring this, Fong Ping asked excitedly, "Minister, this Golden Body 9 forging can forge the imperishable substance?" Zhang Tao saw his excitement and hesitated. He said slowly, "Don't rush. This probably won't be very useful for the unification of 10,000 Daos." As soon as he said this, Fong Ping's expression changed slightly. However, Fong Ping relaxed very quickly. He smiled. "I'm not in a hurry. I still have more." Old Man Li said lazily, "Maybe you two are the same. Don't mind it too much. Be normal. It's good that you don't have cultivation methods. With cultivation methods, this old man will cultivate to the peak. Who knows, you might dare to provoke a monarch." Fong Ping smiled and did not say anything. Zhang Tao said slowly, "Golden Body 9 forging." Fong Ping said suddenly, "Minister, I have to interrupt." "How do you know?" Zhang Tao smiled faintly. "There's nothing a paragon can't do." Nan Yunhua was a little impatient. She said exasperatedly, "Stop talking nonsense. What do you mean by there's nothing you can't do? Go create your own cultivation method. Do you need to ask for help?" Nan Yunhua snorted, her face full of displeasure. This Zhang Tao guy had enough. He had been pretending from the beginning until now. Ignoring Zhang Tao, Nan Yunhua looked at Fong Ping and said, "Ancient martial artists use the ancient language. Plus, they have a slight accent. It's normal that you can't understand. You'll understand after a few more encounters. Our mentality is strong, and we've always wanted to find ancient martial arts cultivation methods. That's why we've done some research before." Fong Ping understood. He lowered his head and gave old Zhang a disdainful look. Why did he have to pretend? Zhang Tao did not care about this. He said with a smile, "All right, these are off topic. Let's get down to business." Zhang Tao said with a smile, "Golden Body 9 forging sounds like a golden body cultivation method. In reality, it's not. This is a complete set of cultivation methods." However, Zhang Tao said softly, "However, only rank 7 can cultivate it. I kind of understand now. During the ancient martial arts era, only rank 7 can be considered a true core disciple. Looks like there were many powerhouses back then. Golden Body 9 forging talks about how to build the strength of the body from rank 7 onwards. It focuses on the body and supplements mentality." Mentality? Interesting. As Zhang Tao said this, his eyes revealed a hint of contemplation. No one interrupted him, letting him think. After a while, Zhang Tao murmured, although it's only a minor mentality, once one method is mastered, 100 methods will be mastered. So that's how it is. We can only rely on vitality to supplement mentality. We can't actively cultivate it ourselves. So, our thinking was wrong. Cultivating the body is actually a process of strengthening the circulation of vitality. The strength of vitality comes from the strength of the body. The body is actually the source of vitality. As for mentality, we've always been thinking of using vitality to strengthen mentality. We've forgotten the source of mentality. Beside him, Li Jun frowned slightly. You mean the brain nucleus? Zhang Tao exhaled softly. Yes, the brain nucleus. Is the brain nucleus the source of mentality? Actually, this has not been proven. Whether it is or not, even you and I can't say for sure. Moreover, the brain nucleus is located in the brain. It's similar to the Sanjiao gate, in between reality and illusion. When some people die, they stay, but some don't. Before this, we've been thinking about how to hone our mentality and how to make it tough. We actually didn't think about the problem of the brain nucleus. Li Zhen frowned. It's not that we didn't think about it. The Cultivation Techniques Research Institute has also given me many suggestions. One of them is about the brain nucleus. The key is that there are a few difficulties that haven't been solved. First, there's no way to locate it. Even I, whose control over my body has reached an extreme, can't clearly sense the location of the brain nucleus. If I can't do it, how can anyone else locate the location of the brain nucleus? Second, it's dangerous. The brain nucleus is the carrier of mentality. Once something goes wrong, it may lose all its functions and become a living dead. You and I don't dare to try to locate it by force and probe. If others can't find it, naturally there's no way to explore the cultivation method of the brain nucleus. Zhang Tao glanced at him and smiled. Why are you in such a hurry to explain? I didn't say you're useless. Stop you. You should just disband that Cultivation Techniques Research Institute of yours. What me? I'll let you lead the cultivation techniques research because I hope that you would bring some cultivation techniques from Startown as a reference. It's been so many years and there's no result at all. I'll return it to you. Enough! Nan Yunyue suddenly roared, her face pale with anger. She said furiously, "Is this the time to talk nonsense? If you two want to talk nonsense, do it after we're done talking about the cultivation techniques. Stop talking nonsense. I don't have that much time to listen to your nonsense." Fong Ping and the others also had a look of agreement on their faces. That was right. At this time, Old Zhang was halfway through talking about the cultivation techniques, and he was actually making sarcastic remarks about Li Jun. How unreliable was that? Zhang Tao chuckled. I'm happy. Once I'm happy, I talk more. All right, let's not talk about this. I'll continue talking about the cultivation techniques. I already understand the foundation of mentality during the ancient martial era, that is to cultivate the brain nucleus. As a carrier, the strength and sturdiness of the brain nucleus is the foundation of the strengthening of mentality. The greatest achievement of an ancient martial artist is to find the location of the brain nucleus. Based on this foundation, they cultivate and stabilize the brain nucleus so that it can bear a stronger mentality. The intertwining of mentality and vitality force can hone the body. When the body has been honed to a certain degree, the intertwining of the golden body strength, mentality, and vitality force can give birth to an indestructible substance. Zhang Tao's smile widened as he continued. As for the golden body 9 forging techniques, the reason why it is said that it mainly cultivates one's physical body is because it mainly talks about how to channel one's mental energy and blood qi into one's body and convert them into physical strength. As Zhang Tao spoke, he pondered for a moment before continuing. I'll be more direct. Different materials are produced when the ratio is different. Because the ratio of saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal is different, the products produced are also different. Some can become gunpowder. Fong Ping said helplessly, Minister, we're not primary school students anymore. We're a group of high-ranked martial artists. As for you, just continue with what you're saying. We can understand. You're the Minister of Education. You're not bluffing. Old Zhang's hobby of teaching others was sometimes a headache. Nan Yunyue and Li Jun had helpless looks on their faces. What did this fellow think they were? Did he need to explain it bit by bit? Zhang Tao chuckled. I'll make it clearer, just in case someone doesn't understand. Li Hansong, am I right? Li Hansong put on an innocent and honest face. I want to say no. I'm the Gaokao champion. How can I not understand? However, old Zhang wanted a way out. His gaze was scary, so Li Hansong said obediently yes. Minister, I can only understand if you explain it in detail. Otherwise, I won't understand. Everyone rolled their eyes. Ironhead's ability to sail with the wind. If you said he was a fool, then you were the real fool. Listen to this bootlicking. Zhang Tao was very satisfied. He smiled. This is the cultivation method that the senior gave to Li Hansong, probably hoping that he can cultivate it and pass it down. I still have to follow the master's wishes and explain it clearly so that Li Hansong can understand. After saying that, without giving the others a chance to speak, Zhang Tao quickly said, the ratio of mentality and vitality force is different, so the power produced is not the same. 1:10 ratio will produce celestiality. This is the most commonly used and also the main power we use. However, celestiality doesn't have the effect of strengthening mentality and vitality force. Celestiality can't be reflected back to the body. This is a kind of expendable power. In fact, it's a mistake in the ratio. If the ratio is correct, vitality force and mentality can both be strengthened and reflected back to the body. Reflecting back mentality, reflecting back to the body, this is the essence of ancient martial artist research on power. After Zhang Tao said so much, everyone understood. Soon, Zhang Tao said again, the 9 golden body forging technique talks about using the most vitality force and the least mentality to hone the body's strength. The ratio of celestiality, mentality, and vitality force is 1:10. But when this ratio is changed to 100, through a special conversion method, we can use it to temper our body, build the strength of the body, and even achieve the golden body. After the golden body, we can add on the power of the golden body to forge the immortal substance and continue to temper the body. At this time, the barrier of the realm will be broken by the powerful physical strength. This is a martial artist who specializes in the cultivation of the body. Most of the time, some things can be broken through by just a thin membrane. When Zhang Tao mentioned this, Li Jun murmured, so, if you want to focus on psychic power, you should use the least amount of chi power to temper your brain core, right? That should be the case. I see. Li Jun also came to a realization, but he hurriedly said, then how to locate the brain? You should know that even if one specializes in the cultivation of the body, they also need mentality to complement it. That's right. Li Jun smiled and said, in my opinion, the most important thing about the Golden Body 9 forging technique is nothing else but the method to locate the brain. The brain lies between reality and illusion. I'm afraid you've never thought of where the brain is. Zhang Tao's eyes flickered. Between reality and illusion, other than the brain, what else is there? Sanjiao Gate. I've never considered this question before. I've been blinded by it. The brain is actually not located in the brain. After death, it appears in the brain. It can only be said that it has turned from nothingness into reality, a kind of location shift. The real brain is located in the Sanjiao Gate. What? The few of them were beyond shocked. How could that be? It's true. Of course, we can try to locate it later. Zhang Tao did not say much. He continued, when we break through to rank 7, the Sanjiao Gate will sit on the celestial bridge, arranged in a straight line. In the past, we didn't think too much about it, so we missed out on a lot of important information. Now, I can tell you that the celestial bridge is not necessarily a bridge. We've always pursued the introversion of strength so that we don't lose any strength. That bridge connects directly to both sides. How can it be introverted? It's the exact opposite. This is wrong. We need to return to the origin, to restore the unfolded celestial bridge to the circle, when we were rank 5. Circle is the characteristic of the cycle of strength. At this time, the Sanjiao Gate will be arranged in a triangular shape. The flow of strength will pass through the circular celestial bridge, passing through the Sanjiao Gate, repeating the cycle. At this time, when we unleash our full power, you'll realize that, vaguely, at the center of the circle, something will appear, but it's extremely illusory. This is the brain. The brain is actually a projection of the Sanjiao Gate and the celestial bridge. At the beginning, it's incomparably illusory. At this time, we can use the Sanjiao Gate and the celestial bridge to supply strength to hone the brain. As Zhang Tao spoke, Fang Ping's expression suddenly stiffened. After he spoke for a while, Fang Ping gulped and said softly, "Department. Department head, what is it?" My celestial bridge is similar to what you said. A big circle, a big round pancake," Old Manly added. Fang Ping was speechless. He continued, "I'm a circle, and the Sanjiao Gate is also arranged in a triangular shape, but I don't think I've ever sensed the appearance of the brain. Is there something wrong with me?" After he said that, a few of them remembered. Zhang Tao frowned slightly. "Release it again for us to see." Because Fang Ping's celestial bridge and Sanjiao Gate were arranged differently from others, he rarely released this. Ever since he had the materialized object, he did not release the Sanjiao Gate anymore. At this time, Fang Ping immediately released the 3 gates on the golden pancake. Seeing this scene, the corners of the few paragons' mouths twitched. Strange situations like this in MCMEU were emerging one after another. The Qin Fengqing outside was also amazing. He had the celestial bridge, but his celestial golden egg, and there was even a tree planted on the golden egg. Fang Ping was also strange, but his celestial bridge was a kind of compression of strength. Everyone could still see this. Zhang Tao watched for a while, then said in a low voice, "Activate the Sanjiao Gate with all your strength. Release the strength, and circulate it along the celestial bridge." Zhang Tao guided bit by bit, and Fang Ping also followed suit. At this time, the 3 gates began to tremble continuously. The 3 gates were arranged in a triangular formation, the main gate facing the center of the circle. On the golden pancake, strength began to gather densely. This went on for 4 to 5 minutes. In the sky above the center of the pancake, which was also the center of gravity of the Sanjiao Gate's triangular formation, a small, weak light spot appeared. The brain nucleus. Everyone was wild with joy. The brain nucleus had really appeared. Zhang Tao and the others looked at each other. After a while, Zhang Tao suddenly complained. "So what he cultivated is the right one? His weird celestial bridge and Sanjiao Gate actually don't need to be arranged anymore, and they can directly pull out the brain nucleus?" Li Jun and Nan Yinyue also did not know whether to laugh or cry. Fang Ping, who had been mocked countless times previously, turned out to be right. There was no justice in this world. His brain nuclei were being tugged at. According to Zhang Tao, restoring the extended celestial bridge still required a lot of time. Only then could they think of a way to locate the location of the brain nucleus. Fang Ping, on the other hand, saved the trouble and directly located it. While the others didn't know whether to laugh or cry, Zhang Tao quickly said, "The 9 refinements of the golden body doesn't say much about the tempering of the brain, but it does say that the Sanjiao Gate corresponds to spiritual power, vitality power, and life power. You can use strength to permeate and hone the brain nucleus through the Sanjiao Gate. Try it." Without needing him to say anything, Fang Ping had already started trying. The 3 gates were originally sealed, but now they were wide open. A rank 7 could control the opening of the Sanjiao Gate. From the 3 gates, 3 types of strength seeped out and began to converge toward the illusory light spot in the middle. In that instant, the light spot suddenly brightened a little. Fang Ping's mentality was not strong, but at this moment, Fang Ping's eyes were frighteningly bright. His mentality limit had increased by 1 Hz. 1 Hz was very rare. However, he had just tried it, and it actually increased the limit by 1 Hz. If this continued, this was too scary. The joy in Fang Ping's eyes could not be concealed. Everyone else felt it. At this time, Li Jun could not help but laugh. If that's the case, the Golden Body 9 forging technique can actually hone the brain nucleus and increase mentality. Then it seems like we don't need to look for mentality cultivation methods anymore. Although the Golden Body 9 forging technique mainly talked about using all kinds of strength to hone the flesh, it also explained the location of the brain nucleus. Everyone had already discovered an incomparably huge result. Once one method was understood, all methods would be understood. Locating the brain nucleus and making the brain nucleus stronger and stronger was the essence of mentality becoming stronger. After discovering the essence, was there still a need to look for cultivation methods again? Zhang Tao laughed. It's better if there's one, but it's fine if there's none. If I'm not wrong, the mentality cultivation method will probably hone the brain nucleus more specifically, and not like this, honing with a mixture of strength. However, all these can be tried slowly. Most importantly, we've discovered a breakthrough point. The Sanjiao Gate can locate the brain nucleus. We've found the breakthrough point. At this moment, Zhang Tao was also overjoyed. Not only him, everyone present was wild with joy. However, very soon, Fong Ping frowned and mumbled, "No wonder it's not suitable for myriad Dao unification." Nonsense. Old Man Li pretended to be 13 before, and he swallowed all of them in one go. Where could he locate the brain nucleus? If he could not locate the brain nucleus, how could he hone the brain nucleus? Moreover, he was not honing the brain nucleus at all. He was honing his vitality force. This cultivation method was suitable for everyone except Old Man Li. I hope mine is useful for Old Man Li. Fong Ping muttered in his heart. At this time, the few paragons were still laughing maniacally. This time, they did not have to care about anything else. A method of locating the brain nucleus had completely broken everything in the past. This was 10 times, 100 times more important than conquering the forbidden catacombs. P.S. Same rules later the next day. Sorry. Chapter 684. Global High Martial Arts Update is not very stable. There will definitely be updates. Please wait a moment. After the content is updated, please refresh the page to get the latest update. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.